Mr. Speaker, the President has established a Ministry of Youth Development. Mr. Speaker, I want to refer the House and my good friend, Honorable, I will tender all of this, Mr. Speaker.
Today we are talking about dollar. I hear in the news all over. The economists will tell you if they are fair and they are not playing politics with it. It is not a magic from NDC government. It's not a magic from MPP government that is bringing the dollar down. It is Trump and his policies towards the rest of the world's economy that people are not demanding dollars as expected. So the dollars are sitting there. Now they are competing with China. So whatever they are saying, if Trump and the world come together again, you will see that our country did not put or implement any policies that will bring the dollar down. So whatever you are seeing here is temporal. I am telling you, it's temporal. It is not any economic gurus in this country that is causing the cedi to appreciate and the dollar to depreciate. It is the wealth market that they are not demanding the dollars as much as they used to. That is why there's no competition and supply of dollar is exceeding the demand. As simple as that. These are basic economics principles. So we have to be careful with what they are saying about interest rate and all those things. It's not magic. It is the world economy that is falling apart. And the demand for the dollar has gone down.
And you may to me at the Yena, yes, Saint Christa or Shemedin into your time in a Simana Macmaco, a Dianai, a num abo, a de apau, a year non son, a hon, and you may a ne a year a da a Bernada Mebo Someno, Neda Tosso, a Duno and son 27th May. And you may know a boiling point, and Wasugusua u 18. My memoir Joe, na mensanso emo akwaba kakrakapa emfa emma the most authoritative evening political show atwego ewo 107.1 na Omanfm network so mean so ya sanso atransmitting e de ensempera Emmanuel Mate mene
every sabre kro na busuafo emamo akwaba onwuna dwo nyame ayadom ama ye kasei ade asen de na chese Ghana nkomo ewo ho na ye babedi radio stations ahodo a etwa ye ho ahia across the globe ya sabre wonuma fa one ma America mu Denver Colorado Amrado yema mu akwaba yema ahemfiefo nso akwaba wo Connecticut one nso akọ internet no so 107.1 FM yama obia nso akwaba na yenkae mo se aha eye boiling point bidin e de yaw amufa boachi
enyume ya transe na fe nsema hodro a behwe efi se aban ba ye ne nsema hodro a ACC no ye beto ye bo ase na yatimi adini nyina nso nkomo kama e de ama o kai containers a koche ye wasapa ma na yesi gold any dollars bi wom cedis afi ko wi ache yesi fake sa sika no nsem no akwa kosi sai containers ECG containers eno so ayira otema port eno nso asem no akwa kosi sai Bosha John Dramani Mahama she wan fa nsa nka sem akwa kosi sai cut off point ehwo asem ababe todwa ene anwumre ya nkyiremu ne baaye no yebenya abotre na ya sanso adini na ho komo kama di ama e de na sese the new patriotic party ama MPP ama yeko na ye going forward na etima party no etimi ejina na so yebehwe na ye di san komo nso etimi di ama yebekọ infimfim mantem to over the weekend yewura Kennedy akompre ko he Japan ene mabuna ewo infimfim mantem nyina nso ekokuhia osuapon kasiem kokodi nkomo ba bia ye duro na hefa na the youth of this country say ye de ani kire na yetimi emiti eye global standard youth ene obi akaso no business mu a obetimi aye no watimi aye ni ye behwe na yetimi adi san komo so de amayawo
ade ba ko ha adwen ene se ye kwa bato na yetufo na yentia ba bia kokohwie ene ba bia nam sesei ade ba ko a aban ye wo so eye ho ade ya ha adwen eye atoro e wo bra aban ba ye o hyase se o de to Ghana fo anim na se mo be kaya electricity ho nsem ene hyase ye nyina ene ye nyina no ye energy minister John Jinapo be kan kire ye se oh ye were just a few days fan wa eno ene ye de be power anyina mo nkane a wi ase no na enye sa na asem no etie atro ono an be kan container ho asem kire se port container over 2000 ahira ye ka sei afei de wonom se container no wo mo ehunu enfutro ena omo hya ase so omo tu agu Ghana fo ani sabe ye be gi atum se NDC aban no ba ye oye bibi odi futuro no namu no na ochi aban etwa mu no mu nso mu mpanimfo a esase yanke famra kwan so de frɛ wo mo no na ye chom ye kasa ye wontumi ye kasa di wodem ama nipa dodo no anso agitwi ekɔ biaye a wo mo ede ne kro se hen no mo de nenam se hen no mo de nenam eno nso asɛm a ewo krom nti ade ba ko wo se wo ma wani da ho ewo ho pa ne se NDC aban ye kan nsɛm maako wo ha ebu be sa biokronum ade a atro
eyade ya tro na sa tro na ye no no ye gina so de aka che the new patriotic party amanyoko ni se semre ya o ma cha se ya wo mu ewura party manum na wo mu de ahurunhu ane ni popo tatam de en se MPP amanyoko no so ye na ma o matimi akom abom agina wo brane eno ni nka bom asem a da ne da ye hia ye kan wasem ofia ye wura Kennedy akompre ko Japan sha se nka bom unity no se party no antimi anka ne ho ammomu a the aban ne keka kwa otu sre na otu abasa na otu ani popo na otata wachi we na kogina court wachi we ekon fa so chi obi ane ekon fa so bowura nkofo fie nyina nso no MDC amanyoko previous NDC John Dramani Mahama administration no nipa bi disika nipa bi bokro no nipa bi ye niam bi a etietia wo man no sikasem ene o man na mamra so a ye de omukogina court what da say aban ba ye wakowura NDC ni bi former minister bi fie so akakọ search ni no onko ready obi office ni obi afie ye na mo nani a wotu nyina tu a na wotu e de si NPP amanyoko no eno na esesa amanyoko no esole brane na wo mo kaka mo ese ehimfa na eduri na ba bi ejira sesi ya no ye gina hemfa
na otwe ya mu nso enne a ye kasa parliament eyade a wo mo resume ahye wo adwuma se na fikasi ya mrahye badwafie no edom kuma eni aban afa wonom kasa mafo mu mpanimfo no ne otoso mieni ma me Patricia Piagei ejina MPP fo nyina na mu kasa na sei no de tudwa.
This parliament resumes amidst grave constitutional anxiety, rising public distress, and a government that seems to be on autopilot. A government either asleep at the wheel or entirely indifferent to the suffering, insecurity, and institutional corruption engulfing our republic. Let us begin with a matter that strikes at the very soul of our democratic architecture, the independence of the judiciary. Mr. Speaker, the audacious attempt by the presidency to undermine judicial independence have reached dangerous proportions. The nation watched in disbelief as the executive launched brazen efforts to remove the Chief Justice of the Republic. An assault not merely on one officer holder, but on the very sanctity of the judicial branch. At the same time, the president is seeking to pack the Supreme Court with loyalists. 7 nominations in one swoop, clearly designed to bind the hands of the Judicial Council and tilt the highest court in the land towards executive interest. Equally troubling is the identity of the legal practitioners leading this crusade. While the right to counsel is sacrosanct and every citizen is entitled to legal representation of their choosing, it is profoundly disquieting that the lawyers spearheading the campaign against the Chief Justice are individuals publicly known to have represented or are still representing both the President and the Speaker of Parliament in active legal matters. These lawyers do not act in vacuum. They act on the instructions of their clients. And when such lawyers become the face and the voice of petition to remove the Chief Justice, it becomes exceedingly difficult, if not impossible, for the public to disassociate the petition from the political authorities they serve. Mr. Speaker, this is not about professional competence. It is about democratic perception. It is about the appearance and indeed the growing reality of political capture of our constitutional process. We must ask ourselves, when the lawyers of the executive and the legislature turn their sights on the judiciary, whose independence is being preserved and whose agenda is being prosecuted? When these actors drive a petition with such grave implications, and the very architecture of checks and balances comes on the scene, and let us be blunt, how then can any Ghanaian trust the president acted with malice?
Nti abede na Ghana for enya Omanfm John Dramani Mahama mugidie na sa gidie no nsem no na mamini enkomo sisi a mene raya kwekwa ne enko ha
one ora anhwere ewo ahma no so but my enkai Omanfo se ahye okuma se na radio nso ewo eye asemfusu Fish FM wo Boaman Jojem FM wo Kona Jewel FM ewo dua ya nkwanta radio stations na edoso abawa ewo UK NASPA ewo UK Tumi ewo UK Sources ewo London WBLS ewo London ne wonu maka ya wo mo ekromo enwumre na mayema ora anhwere akwaba menua emu akwaba
kanza oti yanka nyumre abolen point emu akwaba.
It is a calculated weaponization.
Hello, Council. I'm saying, yes, intimate can you better than can affair Nabana and community a friend no na yabehe na yene ultimate design common na kama pa. And yabakwa man so na yakwa fast and common etime ediablo ye wiem so a say the medical board kase ne benya botre na fe nkomo atwagu over the weekend was central regional yakwa fa emu enkomo na yetime ede no so etime ede amount yenti ani mra sisia
that our judiciary must remain beyond the grasp of partisanship and beyond the reach of political retaliation. This parliament resumes amidst grave constitutional anxiety, rising public distress, and a government that seems to be on autopilot.
Di mamenko manso mrana mene eye lawyer Enoch anhwe ni no entwetwe nkomo emra isa kanso wote menka nimle a boiling points ni memwajo pachona impumbo kode wadam ma enfa na ugina sisi a mama mene skakra wote menka
voice ni wachi ba mento kai
afi aba wote menka
yeah be chonka
okay pacho enfa na wo sisi a wadaroma
oh this year me wo yoku I organize economic and organized crime
wadam ade na amawade wakokopio no mukakra
wa monitor say enrada na chema wuntumi a police force wo mo safari yeah lawyer for yena yenne ko kubru hono mono omo etiki the caution statement e release the police inquiry na after releasing on bail no omo dey say enne day for no near 3 o'clock chema want me ensan so embra na yento information ebra kubru hono mono and commodity ko ya antidia no opia for na national security for ebe surrounding na omo efficient in the economic and organized crime officer.
Na national security for the no omo ti enko edientia omo ha ne say
so far no there once a time effort wa ye train say omo be ye start the full interrogation there what they expect. I cannot say tentatively say a way and not a way any effort. But Enra, I was national security, I was CID there. Almost illegal mining. And it's a name and name ma almost almost to the press. I know, by Yoko Hafidia. I think I ever would get to almost
I think that when you did Kanya say and this about quite John Dramani Mama Denny by no one more HH MPP Amanu Kunim Penny for Openi boy on Komakakra since one must start so much. What did you come in the HB? Who's a botaiti to Benton about to
understand the issue of conflict here, you understand the frustration every address.
Okay.
And the more you see undiplomatic means, any kind of political opponent, I think the law enforcement agents, the executive arm of government, they say very well on the aspect of the state or the state.
Council Otemeka. I'm saying they didn't actually have a bit matter.
They didn't know the agent, I'm saying, security official,
okay, until we are better about back now, yet me and about try and common. So, with your penny sending Eddie and Como a lawyer in no country, not to say no Eddie and Como, Eddie Fiyoko, one of my share Cassie and I sign a more, one more at 2 Tebacoso, na any am penny forward on so Eddie didn't come na Yaji or my gentry and somehow dra a chegu a woman and next I need Chief Justice. Adia bechi na yakwaku radio bi fie obi office na ye popo ye ni atata nkofo na de asisie nyina no question ba kwese bi say ndc amanyoko na opposition asem we de ekoso a emra na ndc amanyoko no ka say culture of silence ye duru ba bi a ye mani pankasa ye ma media phone kasa no wo hwa sa brand de na ekoso ne ne de omu ye ya wan na eka nipa no atomo e wo man mu ha no ye beto ye bo ase na yetimi adi enkomo enso kama etimi adi ama menko Cape Coast na yente san komo taw emfam fi kwa mom famra over the weekend Canada compreko he Japan ye Ken City group chairman ni dwumadi a wodie se wo hye mabunu eden se de beye na Ghana mabunu su ebetimi atoaso na de se wono mo eye wo mabrabom titiru ene wona e won sa no dwuma ne wona epese wo ye business nyina so betimi ehu o menya the fair understanding of business na wo matimi na o maye ne yie no wo de dwumade ne kokopie mo wo mfimfim mantemu a yebekwa na yakwakodi sa nkomo nso ententem so etumi di ama enyime epese wo so mabunu so te ase se wo ye nsa no dwuma so wo nsa no dwuma announce wo pese wo digwa na wo dwadie no kwa animu no say wote dynamics na ase kwan ya fa so digwa ne kwan abefa so de ho akwakohye mu no say wotimi tini nyina ase na etumi aboa na wo digwa no so a watimi adi na watimi adi ni ye nti kwekwa na mayenko amanso na yenkonko fa sankomo no emfa emro na yenni enkomo ntentem so pa mamenko amanso na yene yewura afedobin approacher series panyimpa yene na eni nkomo obi nso a oye businessman eba adwadie mu nso a wabi wo mu ye papa yewura atu yenka boiling point no Omanfm ye mo adwo
yeah meje mo so
adawo manampom te say
oh about the other room e ho ye pa
okay yada asesa nyimre waje so na wo experience ani nimdi a wo no one ye ba be hye nyimre ba bi awiase adu sisi no ede na sese Ghana mabunu the youth of this country ye na yetimi catch up with the global business community.
Yeah, you have that bebre na nipa afidie so enchia atiefo nyina ene the constituency the ni ahina so be kwa ene western of for mitie nyina.
Omo nyina aje so.
Yes. So the ne kana ebi ase no ebi entry ni afi na me fa me say so no yet me yet 2 to be
hello oh too bad yahwena babo ahomode say sabe kanu na yasan so edina toa enkomo no so etimidi ama yewura afedoben yahwena ohman say babo ahomode say be san na bana oma ma kyerɛkyerɛ yɛn de sese enne uyo babunu na person ye business what you need to do I betimi ama catch up with the global business community de sese wo ye enimanimu ya waduma no saying you need to have a plan of the opposite we ye bia and afin so how abesi akrakura ho ba financial management nso asika semon no de esa wo ye na wotime kura ma me kɔ na afin no ye nsa kan na ye ne eni nkomo ye wura wadawo ma otemenka hello yeah, good evening. Say you're afraid of being shada NT and Kai. Baba Homadena, yes, I can na yet not to some commodity so at media mount. The assessor in Mabun a yen na when you saw Dimuni, Jumedia Pesa Wudiano, na etimi ebem edema na ehunim de and I may pesa Majedema Sunday at a boiling point Jumedian. So hello, good evening. You're afraid of Monteman, can you? Hello.
This parliament resumes amidst grave constitutional anxiety, rising public distress, and a government that seems to be on autopilot. A government either asleep at the wheel or entirely indifferent to the suffering, insecurity, and institutional corruption engulfing our republic.
Oman.
Let us begin with a matter that strikes at the very soul of our democratic architecture, the independence of the judiciary. Mr. Speaker, the audacious attempt by the presidency to undermine judicial independence have reached dangerous proportions. The nation watched in disbelief as the executive launched brazen efforts to remove the Chief Justice of the Republic. An assault not merely on one officer holder, but on the very sanctity of the judicial branch. At the same time, the president is seeking to pack the Supreme Court with loyalists. 7 nominations in one swoop, clearly designed to bind the hands of the Judicial Council and tilt the highest court in the land towards executive interest. Equally troubling is the identity of the legal practitioners leading this crusade. While the right to counsel is sacrosanct and every citizen is entitled to legal representation of their choosing, it is profoundly disquieting that the lawyers spearheading the campaign against the Chief Justice are individuals publicly known to have represented or are still representing both the President and the Speaker of Parliament in active legal matters. These lawyers do not act in vacuum. They act on the instructions of their clients. And when such lawyers become the face and the voice of petition to remove the Chief Justice, it becomes exceedingly difficult, if not impossible, for the public to disassociate the petition from the political authorities they serve. Mr. Speaker, this is not about professional competence. It is about democratic perception. It is about the appearance and indeed the growing reality of political capture of our constitutional process. We must ask ourselves, when the lawyers of the executive and the legislature turn their sights on the judiciary, whose independence is being preserved and whose agenda is being prosecuted? When these actors drive a petition with such grave implications, and the very architecture of checks and balances comes on the scene, and let us be blunt, how then can any Ghanaian trust the president acted with malice, without political motive, when he claims to have made a prima facie determination against the Chief Justice and suspended her supposedly in consultation with the Council of State? How do we reconcile the constitutional seriousness of such a determination with the glaring political entanglement surrounding the petitions? The entire process is cloaked in opacity, infected with conflict, and dripping with contradictions. It insults both constitutional logic and the intelligence of the Ghanaian people. This is not constitutional governance. It is a calculated weaponization of constitutional mechanism. It is not justice being pursued. It is control being consolidated. If this House fails to interrogate this moment with seriousness it deserves, then we too risk becoming complicit in the slow suffocation of the judicial independence in Ghana. Let us rise firmly and without fear to affirm that our judiciary must remain beyond the grasp of partisanship and beyond the reach of political retaliation.
Ntabusia mame na wase na yensanso mame mo kase se ena nyimre ukokopiem ewo eye kumase ahefem krayemu sanso na nap radio ewo asinfo so fish fm boaman dojem fm ewo kona jiwa fm odua yankwanta after 2 fm ewo bechem nimdia fm ewo sunyane German radio ewo drobo wiase fm ewo wenchi customer fm wa tebubu sanso na community fm ewo akim odan enzema fm wa axim BMO FM enso ewo Jomolo Look FM tepa botwase ewo wotimantem ono so ewo honoma wafa dwumadi enyina obetimi nso na wahwe echa kwan wa ba fontinta video nso www.oman1071fm www.oman1071fm so wonsa ebetimi akan ewo so ebra Naspa Radio London Abawa Radio so ewo London nyime chacha munya tumi radio enso ewo London sanso na Golden Beach Radio ewo London mo makani na so WBLS ewo London Free FM ewo Manchester Amansan FM ewo Metenken sanso na Domat Radio ewo Frankfurt Germany Radio Living France ena enso ewo Kings Radio GH enso so ewo France omunyina aso emo nkwa FM ewo Italy Kanawu FM ewo Rotterdam Ganata Radio ewo Den Hague omunya nso aso yemu enwumre ya ya de bowling point jumedie no ebro ye babo moden yakwa amaso na fe no yens ne owura afedoben akwa akotwetwe enkomo e de afa emmabunu baabi agina sisi a ene yenuma ye ni gise ye pese ye di nsano djuma ye adjuma ye business no kwan be na ye betimi afa so a ye betimi emiti eye global standard no na yenso yetimi nya dwadire mu emfaso ene trimpa ya boni nyina no ye bekwa kodi san common tentem so e de amanyumre se bia wanom wa consume carbonated beverages ahudro bi enti ema eha wadwi akokofa yade ahudro bi anom etimi ede abro se ye BP ana se diabetes ade no betu ase na opese ho towa dan wani fache C4C liver specialist hospital wonmo ena mekanfo wonmo ede ama na me no kase wo de the Indian based C4C liver tonic ede aba adwaman so a akola kokosi opanyi so bia etumi enombe onsaka wo machira kwan bia branches bia ko na no mu kudin ko behwe na oliver no asanso asini dadam na anya hoɔden papa frɛ wɔn mo ɛwɔ 0500040331 anase 0500040328 so na ombeboa wɔn mo ɛwɔ amanone phone na so emfrɛ wɔn mo 003168748712 na wɔn mo ɛmoa wo machira kwan no edosu ye papa takwa de takwa Pristia Cape Coast adenta tema kofuru de kuma se kaso amankesim tachima ho aguna so edoni ne importem nyina no wo fresh number si na o kire bia wa o mo be kire wo mo office be na wakọ na wono mo atimi ahwe kama pa sanso na givers se me mo kase enyime se wo mo de P capsules abadwaman so a eboa na etu eye premature ejaculation ase yade ahodro a egugu insansa egugu ya mane mema nyina basa betu ase ma ho atumi ato sanso na ogu nsuo na ya obi wo mu a P capsules no betu ase e de ama co capsules so se behwe sisi yade ayemtim anase koko ni nyina se betu ase from ma ho atumi ato givers e de co capsules any P capsules na basa o kabom no ma e ya adwuma 10 givers wo mo heba mixture nso hwe etridi yade se ye typhoid na tete wa na se wa poso ya we ya immune system na ye weaker a serve as immune booster e be boost immune system no na etimi fight infections awodo nyina no e ma wo ho etumi ato obetimi ni givers for edi enkita ho e wo 0543222470 na se 0506851135 so na wo be show na adrono amaobi na wo ho etumi ato enyimrei bo modin so benya kakra bema de so mo anu mo bon mema nu mu na ensanso de onoma no anom nsa papa eninti ena mekanfo eye jaga 4 bitters etimi ediamo eno so nsa kana onom a ahonde ewom no hangover sembi anim ade mechi manka se mitie me ya hangover chimintimi nkwadwuma na no adwuma ru anya asembia we ne adi nubra enua hini ne ha mama mako 46 ena yedi aye enti wonom a eboaw ema ahoden no etimi eba ye papa bomoden a se obetimi afre wonom ewo number si a mede be ma wo sa na se mema nyina no enkope tabia takum na ebesiesi papa na ma mema yeso no etimi agina ne naso ye papa yebesa so akọ na ye ne eye lawyer Enoch asa akotwetwe nkomo baabi a omugina ne baabi a omosisi ya no sanso na me sure bo se youth program across over the weekends e wo Cape Coast no eno so ye ba kofa eho asem etimi edi aboyebo omodin se ahoman betum na yensa aka yura afedobe na yene na etimi edi enkomo ena nwumre yen guest enwumre e wo boiling point dwumadie so no betimi de message no edi about the buy be kenkan na kama na yetumi edi ama fa message no bla na yen kenkan na kama emfa ema ena enwumre yi ya guest e wo dwumadie so no ye bo modin ase yensa be kakade MP e be dwane yen kade MP e be dwane yen ena enwumre yi na yetimi edidi enkomo enye ono nkwan so ena wobeba team no edosu ye papa enwumre yi ye hwe omo so mu na ba be kan sa political mavis e be dwane yen ena enwumre sanso ena awuku eso so e be dwane enwumre na yetumi edi sankomo no so kama etumi edi amount dwumadie no aye boiling point
shaping the nation. Oman.
Enti abuzi ama mensan kwa amanso na fe ahoma na to me nsa kan yewura afedoben na yene no ntoa enkomo nso yewura atime nka nyima mensan akwa babiom
ya me Johnson
fa che se network ninti ahoma na tekoye adama no wanu gusu a wo kan de mabunu a wo man mu a sisi yesisi ya na yetimi catch up with the global business community wada ma yeti
yes enti mabunu no samre de e bo hu dawuro mu ye nyina no e se etumi esua entrepreneurship ni ye kwanye be fa so a yenya mabunu ye be datina yenya ye blubru ye nyuma no matter how small it is adwuma de have small scale na comedian na large scale enti omo etumi the qualities no traits na and abia hiano esua ni ye na omo tumi mentos nipa de ote hobia ese otumi nya mentor bia ebi o usiosia na ndamontio na o beno na o ye baby no na fe de obeku mobro no o ye square enye fe na obi akwatro ayi application so ko pe adwuma ye we na okra no wo adwuma ana we school na wa no start de kakra na wodu ani akofun abu na ye kakra na nso na o fe binumo of course ye nyina ye ntimi enya yinuma de but say percentage we school na every year bia even say 10% crowd of graduates from the 10 out no almost to me call into entrepreneurship did say that or how we are komu ye ko pevisa ko amanoni ko pe adwuma ye ko fa nsuo ye ko fa Sahara desert nyina be thing of the past nti nyina me ti a typical example of the beneficiary of entrepreneurship. So me university and be adwuma me school na ko se me kwa se adwuma ye me kra me ani meet for no kra me fe bi mo e wo ma adwuma ene wo mo ye adwuma omo no so ba ye na omo no so fu the importance of self employment and entrepreneurship no omo no so me ye adwuma kakra no through ba bi no omo so stre kwan e kokoye ene nyame atom do na so ene omo so kokro omo nyuma they are also doing well in society enti no bruno e be soro omo se sia de sa na ntu wi asna nsa no pointed to that direction. I check, but when say Africa, sometimes we delay normal be home. Normal be more, we do the be any said, not yet to Hosa. I moment you see a use with not done fashion. Will be a no membership. No, hey, and then put it say, as a constant first, you will no student, no, my body that whole air translate into a more tank, a more. Our interviews are strange from Comunia. Abuse or we are suited. Noble United said the Euro, Kennedy, in Japan, students here who the importance of entrepreneurship in national building, in reducing unemployment rate, any poor economy. Inflation, to reduce that high inflation rate, or system, any corruption, no more, or church, so much year, or we say, or more that channel, dear, very power among.
And to Adama, a mabuna yakwanya etienne through your networks or motins and paninano. A dear, a dear namo bakumi numiansa. As a business starter and sesa cry.
Yes. Mabru, I dear Takra meet me as Roman say. Oh, ye entrepreneur, and I stop so ye entrepreneur. Ye were qualities you are, and not yet. Se wuni krana, I say, Usia, na Oman a trait in you. I say, oh, ye honest. Honesty is the key. As I said, what na honsona, what what to me, asset business, no be no crime so no. So one share here, open who say, no business, no so collapse, and partner saying any dinner, no premier, or when you so, similar business, will be a energy, nothing to be true, but you have to take a fine, not back with the collapse, and I said back with the cost, not back with the cost. One starting business, the canoa, the panel. In Kakaka, and one and I'm so human. Here and swab the brain. Plow money, no, and our profit, no, back into the business. Not business, not a yin. A bedroom, nothing yet, a yin to point to beer. Obefu say, I think graduate say, oh, you can be the acquisition. Will you be the too expensive clothes? Will you be the too expensive car? It will not affect the capital, and it will not affect the company. No, it is known. I have done the church almost said here. Ubenya apoko na uwo hand back na or tuning kushia or 2 ya or 2 be 12 wa ube you be cry you back na 11 no akoko no mutu so na onsan hache na unya chicks 11 onya chicks 11 ebi beye female ebi beye male eti female no o be yin no na omo no so omo tunkosia ti ube hu say now female say 5 grand ba ya oni o ma me no koka ho aye 6 omo so san 12 for 12 times 6 if you know about 72 there about and no who you be at 12 we are you 1111 if you grana no 11 times 6 you know and also you are getting 66 chicks na be no it's a half grand for a female omo no so they call could drew on time almost so start early eggs na no so omo to ano you be there 1111 you are getting more but you no on entrepreneurship person na pokono ne hen to first 12 na we down for you see any manyan kusia kwa ye chibom kusia 12 nyina udi agra akwa be kwa akonwa emu 11 and emu 10 dia okọ ye dia chibom akụkọ no nkọ hachi 2 pe 2 no okọ hachi ye da benda the 2 no okọ hachi dia no so nya me ba ko nya female ba o say what ye na we say kwa for no ani nyina you go say it take you so long a time you will not get a poultry farm. That means that your business will not grow. It will young or no or sticking to that principle say profit never no plow it back into the business with within a 10 years, 1 decade. Now, Wababe, yeah, a big time businessman. Like, I mean, despite India, you win, like Barclays Bank, and one started, yeah, a drew baby, a dream, and so on and so forth. Like a complex economy, and never be almost dream. But you know, they will say, or they call Bentley at them. When you contract back one or year supply back, you can't buy or expensive apartment or airport residential, so cotton down you will be a human air coffin. It is a storm be an be a back a car, we hear back a crab, no human collapsing. But you know the airplane or plow business or plow profit, back into the business, no matter the bad weather, not just a lay strong foundation or capital, into area no more, any normal. I say, we are young entrepreneur, you have to stick to it. The profit in a bebano, and only in Kusiana, Ukona Tono, we did the crazy sign fan Kayeno, a share a dumanimu, na grow a bedroom 20, a dumanu don't say so much, or what say we move 5% grass, would they yet, member someone. A bit of the iron over the to still not affect the business. Not true. Unless dynamic kind. What starting business now will come. Ubu Subiama, Bosia Kakra, where that bank and I say family and I say friends. And I say customer via amount credit facility. You are not share, you know. The super pet, Uye Million and 9. I feel those said trust immediately now party say I feel there's a first not on Mao a 1 million Ghana cedis credit facility actually not or Mao because unlimited the OPBR the FACO because GTA no about to extend there there's no fears. It is honesty also every year with the mere who at the year example say at a point in time. Because of the UT financial services, Italy, yeah, that was so honest with them, the co-US, not the program be US, not me, not me here $4 million, Emma, almost a year transaction, Minico, and you were Prince, Amwaben, or country of say, after the Bendia. We need to sign the document, the agreement, but almost and this versus cano. Now, the bar, they never sign because they have dealt with me. He said, the young man is so honest. At that time, I checked, it's a young man, and he said that when you're gray hair, no more anything. And so I'm pampered, the bar, with the signed document, at the opportune time, so I said, I remember saying my dealings with them, not a good point to be at. I said, you default to me, yaba, and your boy, not a check, be a mania, and no, I mean, so, and more a year agreement, say, be a 20 of me discover, check, a delay, and I said, I'll go through. Main travel, a more ember, none near not 2 men 9, and maybe a mature letter, no, my stamp, no, my mom moving wire, it be a. Delay be a bank to Oman be extra additional 1 week. Now the accord. A big crowd check it to me a year ready before 1 week in the paper. Now the accord. No more will say 1 week now be stray and no crime. My bad nature earlier than that. Ain't she? Almost general manager no the Moses. They say almost me prepare me PBR they were ready to give me. You know almost delay. I'm train. No. Hey, Cassia, my mom, some the investors actually now move discuss more now or move a demand or more client to move loan so that this will make me a benefiting. Whatever interest I'm made, it too maybe they're also using my money to get me a dividend, not just say equivalent to even more. The young students are more, but I will continue to lead with you say. Entrepreneurship is the best thing to do. They move that principle focus and confidence. Yeah, we yourself with me. Your confidence in the product or confidence because when your confidence in product, so that means that you have to stick to quality and you don't need to compromise the quality. And then in the I still review my books. The books no more pure. I still one Namiamakofa. Not my question, but be a bear man.
Now, what can kind?
Not me review. I should say any time the product and also the quality, it will be on top. These are some of the things that I say or to be now we are young entrepreneurs so are as much as possible. Try to avoid say family members because family members so more to me critique problems be the indiscipline.
Family members no.
Family members no more muntina baby.
Okay.
Na adwuma no ekoso na sika ne ba. O de wa mo mu bia amomo ati. We between abo in different ways. Amomo so living good. E de be ya. O be fancroft. Obo echo contrary to the principle of Yina of adwuma. Na say the policies of adwuma no between afire obo. Family member no o fire no pe. If you are not your fast, what's a stand on the back? And I'm a bandy and why you need, and I won't pay myself. Then you know, a baby say a bush. It is all fast and over a year. A Juma carry compare down to the Juma, Nama, Ninja Juma. A Katiana, they man is sharp or your fast with yes, can or baby if you want money. What do almost that threaten a Juma anymore? You would then no mamma. I don't know what they say, I'm more for a Juma into the superior crowd, not on the or corner or then a quack or no, it creates a lot of it is not advisable. Fine, there was small family business there, there were more, yeah, I hear you be fine. But then Pope say it's not advisable. The family members, a wage moment, and also our family members now, or but in all, you need to discipline. Entrepreneurs, almost so much discipline. Now, we almost a year, Juma. They say that piano, a Juma, concerns a young entrepreneur. One casa, I say we labor. I say one casa, we are manager. I say one casa, they say a Juma. I said, man, why do we shame now once we be? We be palm and it drew by dear, it should be say. Now so we do there. And that, yeah, travel. Yeah, you see, but when you know such stage in the onset now, so which I have one brow, wouldn't drive and 1 hour drive, and who starts out the so called travel, but we see a no man, a better actually. A bit much expenditure and the cost of 1 year now, and revenue and to me, I day. Much indeed. And also now we are entrepreneur and so on. Young graduates, and I did about one main country of almost for we so to almost you will discourage them. Emma and know how all starting we meet me be what we are no Quacunia and a banyaman will be ashe. I say, not or no funny or this organization, not a government establishment and another private establishment here sooner. Not the no bench in the two who sell the hour and put a dev to be a normal be. Don't give up. Men shades any panel, country the panel say a breach and say or start a year no the mate to engineer by profession and publishing through the hobby and he established that publishing company. Some of his friends felt attitude on engineer on fulfilled in publishing all yet. And I am the moment saying you meet for banking no day. I then also go country and say I then also banking on your own banking. You need to have that confidence in yourself. The establishment of a woman. So I say so in the channel Kakran. Okay. To that level, it will definitely come. Will be the countries where now go school, and
okay.
Yeah, political science and not just on your politics.
Okay, a quick one. I'm sorry, I forgot. My final question maybe sounds say, and come here, dear, no, say ye develop a strong communication, teamwork, and after problem solving skills. Who here when come say?
Oh, yes, sir, and no more, everything they believe because problem solving is the key. Is the key to successful entrepreneurship. Because many people they solve a problem at a point in time there was a lacuna in the system. There was no any textbook on government textbook on test of practical, and nobody had also been written. So I identified that problem in the system, in the educational system. Solve it in attempt to solve it, and no a whole reward. And he said the approaches series every year. Household name. In the organization outside will be so we need to solve problems because among the four before moving on now it be most a problem solving that crowd more better maybe I had a serious problem in my system in my organization at the point in time the mathematics one because then far now it's almost sending echo production complete. The send last back one.
Okay.
Some
hello, Yara. I'm say Yahumano in Nim Wire cry in Nim Wire, Yabehena, Yadia Sia say, and Pamua, Bessan so Edna to us. So now, and come across or no, you're a Kennedy compre Japan, Edway to that.
What we are doing here today is networking. You only have to be bold to take numbers, call, approach those up here, take their numbers, call them. Armstrong gave a story. I picked him or identified him from here as TESCOM president 19 years ago. And here we are still working together. It can be you too. So don't be shy. Your success does not determine or is not determined by your looks. Success is determined by your courage. So if you are coward to approach Honorable Kennedy Japan, I'm afraid you are not going to get connected. You are not going to get connected. Be bold and approach people. Those you know they are up there. And sometimes consistency. If you really need something, you have to push. Strike hard when the iron is hot. And one day, your effort will not be in vain. One person that you get connected can change your life. So, sitting here, take their numbers, get contacts, constantly call. I'm not saying that go and seduce the men. Get contacts. Show seriousness in whatever you want to do. And trust me, you will get there. So when I saw the topic networking, I said, but getting together like this, we are networking. It's up to you to take advantage and talk to people, ask for favors, you know. And one advice I'll give you is, I went to a school, the lady saw me, and the first thing was, oh, can you buy me a laptop? You know, such things, although I want to do it, it's a completely put off.
Shaping the nation. Oman.
Abusia mame sanko amanso na mene yewura kwasi kwatin entwetwe enkomo emrazesi yewura atime kan no boiling points no memo adwo. Hello mzakwa ba jo metonka pa onzo temenka Okay, yeah, the radio said you may, what year so now, only about BD and Komokakra. Young networking, and a global business community, know the importance of networking.
Free, and I'm media you work in Japan.
And Pacho, and no money for free, what I remember.
Now, I'm in free. And then we are here to know. We also know is driven by science and data. Okay, we are seeing Masem and Komodia. Krabata, one we are seeing we are Jenny Baco the water. One more project say by 2030, about 1.2 billion people are a free developing economy. We developing economy today, Africa, part of Asia, no money at the Kakran. One more, Memuan on Monte, the Solomo, some more. Now, in my own berry fee, it moved just a little over 400,000 a walk. Sorry, some more man on moving. It will share what take 400,000 free, the 1.2 billion World Bank access a new man or competition as well. It is a better around 800 million. So they buy a big brain and it's some few the rest of the world, the developing economies there. We are here mining, Kungrapia, Ghana, Romania, therefore, about 800 million of those jobs will be non-existent. You boom, that the Bible catch it, boom, the million, you boom, but to be a view, because those jobs are not even in existence. Then there's the baby, we need to move the conversation from even just creation of jobs and looking for jobs to entrepreneurship. Now, not just entrepreneurship, but also including that aspect of networking. Because before a cafe, and I attack cafe whatever money can buy, relationship can also buy. But even to put even in the proper context, Ghana high cafe, Ghana starts a gas service. But here, Ghana, your unemployment rate is around 14%. Now, we in the they are very scary. 80% of Ghanaians are almost salary pay less than 3,000 Ghana cedis. What the competitive dollars are, even less than $250. Now, after you know, one more marker bear 20% require also the Ghana Statistical Service or moving asset poverty. You might have the SSW blue, a camera created if I don't know what Hana price I if you go man. But in the 21st century, we are seeing an economy. We have first industrial revolution by and take advantage of it. Second industrial revolution. Now, by the way, first industrial revolution, we are seeing one more steam engine power production. Second industrial revolution, so by and also another electricity power production. The African continent, the Ghana, so they have. The third industrial revolution, so by another computer, they power machines in the production, also we didn't take advantage of it. And the fourth industrial revolution, we cannot still be at the consuming end. Let's just say, fourth industrial revolution, and the artificial intelligence, robotics, economy, and the above. We need to take advantage of it. Now, what the World Bank is saying, the maximum what also the Ghana Statistical Service is also saying, the maximum what the Bagana there, said the blue. What they are to the sense, mind from Budona, he and the big now. That is the picture I there in me very black and very scary. It will be a group, and now see the associated with them. You need to network. They can network in that. They stop a boom for yes, a city Pika and Adia said you get to be a relationship as so it before. I said, be our down for me, you work in the Japan. Now, if you said be a group, opposite. Or Sophia and also for Castle, and also be a one hour for you. You can't be Sophia, the only says you can know be a worker in Japan or that dinner. It's the same thing. Open to my now when you move your double now, okay, you are in Japan or no of Wawa, say, I think it's an open in found it's the same thing. So whatever money can buy, relationship can also buy. You won't be good brain or what, and not to see the Cobia and Obi and Papa. Interesting, I was in UK last year. And the new one of public has more to do with recommendations. And you were a kind of someone who share Manchester Mabawa and push your move you see, we share the picture of painting when it comes to employment issues. And even the scary part is that we can grow movie school in we need to talk with the state can only employ two. And the other researchers will say they need one national service back, I think at 2024 1 national service. It will take 10 years for 50%, half of that batch to get permanent employment. The other half will also be settled. It may be a Ghana economy, maybe a real economy. You better wear a man or you don't go to school there. That's what you must have a country. So we need to embrace the reality and teach them entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Our more bit to me at your man or more that I see what you can normal way at the so that they become business owners like the Japan, like the Despite, like the Johnstones and all of them. Now, one most important thing to also survive in the field of business and this area here with the current global economy is also networking. There will probably take advantage of the people there. Or head your more yard, or than 4 or we are not being to watch our band. But I'm going to read here, we do baby, or hotel out, or the hotel, they quickly take advantage of it. You become a one. You network also by building friendship with one more move so that they become your friends and they buy what happens. So this is the whole importance of what the Honorable Kerry was speaking very cool. And the importance of networking and the importance of also entrepreneurship. Now, no, Burma, Ghana, the Ethiopian fan, Ethiopian, the uncertainties that confront us, I mean, as a people, as Ghanaians, we do for this. Now, networking, get the needed capital, get the needed help, get the needed support, and the human resources to also be able to start
okay. You better ask Papa, you may say when you're that, you didn't come, but my main foul emfa angry so free education abai when you're that, when you're the checker. But what you mean, can you're quite oh, too bad. You lose my man. Say, Bobo, more than say, if I sound so na banafe, you to us na you this uncommon tentam said yama. But I mean, no, can say political maybe sa transit and so ena wuku and so transit. Akwaba. Maybe sa akwaba. Yeah, hear him say Omonyam for Alexander Jare. Babeka yensa kade emrahye bedwani babeka yensa na yetimi ade na edi enkomo ye ne ura kwati kwaten line no e drop ye bebo modern say be stand na ba na aban say free education the cut off point eba sanso na private schools no show mo bono so de baba beto so na saudi woni kakra di free education ye chie wo under John Dramani Mahama ya ase boto esi so na yi and now also at the cut-off points any private school baba to so no say na wadwen eye wo ho e be na yakokofa san komo no nyina so tentem so etimi e dia bro and me pese e din komuti true pa fa MPP amanyoku no you see say money nko bibi so a mama mintia mo na so kakra na mo money mra mo so one strategy John Dramani Mahama ni NDC aban e pese wo mo use ni say omobe frustrating MPP members no MPP party ni na no ombe set frustration e wo mafi se abai ba ye onte kra what say ya chiko king water kra de say what abai ba wonte hwe kra no for the first time what say national security for akwa operations omo de camera is the mo chiko ye chi containers ne kwa akoma be 12 gold sika obroni kokko sika dollars ya emuma eko wi akire no yesi aye fake ehun asem na kwakosi sei won say won te won say papa bia ye enwie mushan ya reverend team fojo epeja ahun asem na kwakosi sei won say won te hwe ye ese chief justice dia na ewomu e no so wo mu hwanya ne kakra eye said the Ghana fo ni ba be di akire na no on ba bia aban na sanso de ne akwakokyere etitem bia aban be ye bibia Ghana fo be ka wa asem pe o pa yankwakyere bibi panimu bi na attention nyina na mfiri di aban ye no so eniam ehu na wo ye na mfiri so na nkonkodi baabi. This is the time I say MPP amanyokuo no e unite mo ka mo hu bom because we gina ha we can say we fa ha ntime se memfa we gina memfa ho no no se mo se mbakọ ni say ya de a ene abana agenda NDC aban ya John Dramani ma da ni mo ma agenda no ma set ni e be nya mo pa ne men ka dada mo e be yi mo pa aku akwa bi
yeah e also yeah sure say afutu na ode amana MPP fu no beti na asopam ana ye beti na asopam because ye nyina ye kan ho na sa attention na ye de ama the internal politics we have not yet even started. Guidelines MI yeah thank you tour. If you go to Facebook, social media, and the kind of things we are doing there, the focus now is who leads the party. Oh, yeah, international and share Adrian NDC for no Alpha MPP, and the way they want to dismantle the MPP before even 2028 and our energy, we are using that energy to fight ourselves. Oko social media, Facebook, now go share near talk about ourselves every day.
And the farm one
and the fire we are losing focus. We are losing focus. And you know, say we flag bearer now say ebedu 2028 party no 77 now the amafama. Now flag bearer now go far no so we there are key issues, important issues, national issues are as I say
party ni kan wasem no. No.
We are only wasting our time discussing unnecessary things.
Yes.
But why should we be discussing who becomes our flag bearer now? Why should that be an issue? And then no mranti no yen focus and in your dream it's sad. It's sad. And the party must call everybody to order. The party must call everybody to order. As I said, the hierarchy of the party, no, I don't want to see some. Now, and you know who here no. Yet the Argini Ecoso. Ni just a few to Kawana, Sebi, and Fabia, Emre. You see, we because topic now will raise the other fire. No, it's borders on our future as a party. And yeah, mom Nantia, everyone's on a year ban. How ye because. If France and I am say and there back, yeah, an opportunity. Nan ye way munu yet me at the several or mine. And if we live like this, if we continue like this, look, Yashia, power na Erica was 2028. Yashia na ankoba, empowering, but as you see you to be can correct, as you to be can correct actually as a political party. See, ye when you know, we are coming. We position we and just say to 19. Look, we are going to be where we are. Now MY. Look, me catch you in paying for party here that won't come out. No rafon and comprafwa. Or not really no, or no you. Just the mere fact say MPP, any political party, or no colors, no. That is what makes him or her happy.
Yes.
And yes, if you are a appointment,
David.
80 years, 70 years, on your appointment in financial and appointment in when you be man and then be another baby. A MPP, hold on, and an argument is a bra or MPP in political party. Able to your boy mine. Don't let me behind my kind say the spirit of Ghana is MPP, the soul of Ghana is MPP. And it's whenever MPP is down, Ghana is down. Whenever MPP
is down,
Ghana is down. Because look, check from 1992, recent times, 2025. Nebi so say, a day Papa na ba Ghana, enye MPP in Sanu Eduma. A day Papa, what development? A day initiative. Talk about social intervention policies about Omanfm. Enye MPP for ne buy.
because man panyin kufo hu say nkwala nhye down pe school ko because o school a anopa onya aduan onya bi ni obenya bi adi a iso aduan fi school ko fi on sam biom enti o introduce
the
school feeding program by
laudable idea
and a shoot to numbers no
a shoot to
course and I yakura mu na na dan kokufo adaba onu be hu say dabi enkwala ewie junior high school a obi wie ya no akokọje obi moto no akonya accident ni atwa ne nsa ni awu no ayi enti ono so di free education beto aso and party when I lose election I said the mo ya mo na I said the election no ma lose no ma wie ya nyina ba
no it's true and as if there is no tomorrow as if say elections maybe more as if say election people have taken
and this aben do ye nyina se hu na ben di nyina no MPP obi akana no tum obi antimi nkasa and ade be china aban na koso ha oba ye hu ade papa bia wo so mu a wo ye and aban de bɔ ne hom samanane and nyama say and nobody is holding the government
and okujato ablakwa etumi chro say ono was shut down an embassy was not any embassy like the US embassy. What's in imperialism that? What's in imperialism that all men say? You to me shut a whole embassy. If you shut down an embassy, the diplomatic language you are telling us is that you have shut down a whole country. Because who call USA embassy no represent the state of Ghana. So once you have shut down an embassy, it means that you have shut down Ghana or US. How can a sensible person as Obia or no oti diplomacy as oti international relations as it to me cause no I shut down a whole embassy because one person who allegedly say he's involving in some corrupt acts.
To shut the whole
shut down a whole embassy. A whole embassy. It has never been that. Not even in the military regime. Say you to me shut down a whole embassy. And we send him from we and yet war as a man.
And I'm walking come home.
And you guy home. Today I listened to a statement minority no on the floor of parliament. Send him away this anka yesumu. They call all over social media. But our attention is not on this key national issues. The attention of our social media guys is on who becomes the flag bearer. Where can we? And where you see? And where you see? That is the focus. We spend most of our time now to spread internal issues than spreading very, very important key national issues. As I say, Ghana for
because Okuja Tabakwa catch Ghana for say Oba NDC ba Bemuna say minister, president, Obia Kofa private jet Bia wono Oba resign and they
resignation and he had the gas.
The way as Sam George AC Gina former communication minister council a chabo na dentia or see data satam cry tata no dinner term no who cry 5 cities 4 cities yes and no one team trust and then people for be
you know understand
nobody is responding to these guys no man form who na tell and I say one movie said your mo no and
me ya on say these young guys are almost social media almost this answer almost one penny for what I want you one penny for what I want you just a phone call will call them to order. It's not as if they don't know what is happening. So my conclusion is that this kind of attitude, has been sanctioned. Now, obviously, what you mean? You're to opposition. You're to opposition. You're what I say? It's now party internal issues, and the focus ni nya sabi NDC for John Mahama amemu fun amemu kankan a ye hu ni ti hu ni nan na yetumi appoint an alleged fake doctor at the National Health Insurance Board. President Kufuor Health Insurance or the buy
yakodru no
the baby yakodru ni o mahami bia onenam krom ha ono no it's alleged say also a doctor. The information we are getting is that only any medicine certificate we are able to practice in Ghana, not even outside. Now, Uncle Bisano, as Uncle by this time, national security, interrogating the issues. It's all over the place. We have the guts to appoint such a person to be a board member of a very prestigious, very, very, very important institution, National Health Insurance. And I had it all. And I Facebook, social media. Who becomes the next flag bearer? Who becomes the next chairman? That is our focus. Now, there is an NDC for better opposition, you know. Sana where ya, anka wobeti ma say amba power biom. Hwenema Akufo-Addo president Akufo-Addo eye wo man. Enema Akufo-Addo ye wo man. Pa adwuma ye policies are Akufo-Addo the buy. Na Ghana fo etumi hwe enim eto abati ai. Who do say just because of the fact say NDC for perform here no and be ma opportunities no aba bam. Obua. You need to work hard. You need to work very, very hard. And we share Niema Okuja to no mu Sam George no mu
Ekeka
Sam George mu
one more man na omutu ye in opposition a nei etese mo akoto mu no mo gya o mo e na mo akofa etwen na mo de abeto amena nso na mo hurihuri
na eto o na ye hwe enti Isambura, I am happy you are bringing up this issue. Very, very important. Yeah, board man. Ya can because I don't know. Come here, say penny be. I say nechi. And already yodo. And all social media. And all church on the moon. If I MPP phone pay phone. We can't get the moon. If I am paying phone. And I'm telling you, say, Obesan ya bo. Ombo at the actually you. You go and appoint or elect a flag bearer. And the thing that the MPP for now they will play it again. On the board or the best shame say we CD no one board ni yeti ni ahwe na Ghana for will take a decision based on that.
Mate meda see 2 minutes down there now na mamene Mavis and so any komo on this issue ya Mavis akwaba.
Yeah ja.
Ibi aboko there.
Na me ado.
Oh okay. In and the MPP wa ba mu no o kasa pa with you audios nibia champion agenda breaking the 8 and they the NDC 4 year in opposition and some of kind and no more babem the omoka and the omo ye any or party 18 eh yankoi
etima kuma pa ama for club is as political no what ya kwada kra na won ka bi unyi se me nko ama no ndi dwomo yankwa ya no social media na TikTok ya man for we e wo kasa ni pan yin kwa na betie but I a problem as you see so that people dey kan kan obia fees or a boss e wo party me ana me kita me phone amato me 5154 ana me dey me date ana me kita me phone me dey ma dey me come Facebook me come Twitter me come TikTok nti me ana me only dey me kan wo obia ni wo control obia na so obia ni wo punish obi for ade bi any hu kwan so wo kan wo kan yen nyina wa say na lawyer Justin Frepo ko dia declare beto obonti say we a party communicator enkotena radio so enkoka honorable Ken ana Dr. Bo yanse enkotena nyo na wo kwa chechira nyina ko so obi ntama asem otena ho ne ko ka de NDC for enye ne ye nanso na de ne ehu ye wure fin sama akokofo nnuema ama komode ye tama no opposition as MPP for wure fikura sisi obeso data be ko Facebook na ye so si ba ko so ne di na tem obeko TikTok ni aso si ba ko so ye WhatsApp platform kra de jojo na WhatsApp platform no kra no be create no asa de NDC for be guso no mu nyina di party for ni patem na bibi sa say enko si Japan ana abeko so be ye we nyina be wi a obeka so afide makasa mame eti be betena se na ma be reconciliation da bay na wo sorry a obeka se oh we ye call for unity na so unity na wo call no wan kasa wo nyina wo fa masa unity no enti e woni say party for no and I say mrantia ne maba wa bi o mate o mo asi media no so na say no o mo party ne hwe nkasa ma eto de free amanfo bi ma no mu eba na wo hwe comment amanfo bi timi comment wo posti penny bi and I say penny bi na mo bi o kon kan obi a o tene ba bi no bi a se da ko fa ne picture and now so in the year 2004 o kan same way ne ebe he de na mai ye tie sisi asem obi kan 2016 yet 2025
and then be sisi a na going for 2028 na wo here serious match and then be am
na fa na go for 2016 asem e di be de e mo ye tie bia ye kan 2025 and on about 2028 and to see a car at your party now a best year 2020 son I'm out for be sorry yet time I want them and I mean actually no you did this when you are a position by the baby unya she now complaining wa ban ti abem
men koto abana men to
men ye say me na me abrant me na me party ni na me ko ha say en fi me na obi na edi na obi say en na e nyina tie en na tie e ye ba akra ya wie greater grato na nkere na man ke beka so ministry we agency we MPP for the at least who twem kra be minister bi hello eso na e nyina tie say who twem a hwe dan ne wo sa say asomasi na edi na ko sha o na asomasi na wa ha o na wo say wo kan wo ti say ya obi wo mu na so amanfo mu sa ne ma we oti na kura bi ase na onya 2 cedis a me ame phone ono na to the data nti won phone bi anya hwe party directives amanfo ni so MPP si ane ma ye hu ni say amanfo lack party discipline si a party ka asema omonfa de ono ni fi say obeye ebe boa ne nko an wo ye ensem bebre na atwagu na nka de we asame de physical kasaye na wo hwe de we a eye okuje to black kasaye wo hwe de we asam George e kasaye nenne enkofu we mo kasa de MDC e free position e ba bem adwuma dia so mo so mo ntimi nya no mai ne pasa wo se nka MPP mabunu sore na nke e kire o mo kwan na o mo dia fa so no nke e kire obi na so de na hu obi a sore a na adwene de odwena ne 2028 abato no na me bi se wo yi flag bearer wie na o candidate nyame na no o wini na afa no wakai se 2025 asumasi December mu asumasi ya de we e ti afa na ba kai Ghana for enei ane ya bechire Ghana for ade a niema enkoyi a NDC abanya hyase ye sabe ye beto ni trim from day one na won number one sa abanya to obama ni ya to man ya terminate public appointment bebre meburu ni bio ni terminate on appointment unua anase se onu free ya funu ba kum kra na ka unu se na ya onu abi a china unu e befo adwuma ho se be pan okotena bi wakwa no atu waso ese ono bo ken so waso ese Dr. Mahmoud Bomiaso waso ese General Secretary so e die na de beboa uwie na akotena sia Ghana ni be convince ni so meto obama MPP was in net yes I was sia party na party ni yakono he say Ghana for no money problem with assume sia no binti o na mo problem with the party ama for fi say MPP nei MPP ni akotena fi ye pade e be ya e be ma party na yakono party no ti MPP asa de na ma me fo no e di dwomfo ma body MPP so emre bi atwa me o ka kofo MPP ani pepu ba e was a party ni sa akoba e ko back ni akohwehwe ni e de ba boa e ho e ne ye team e say amanfo bi elusu ho e say ma me ne kro be ko marketer be ko e say ko mu nyina omo di ya wo because ye party for na asa na sorry that say ti omo because we say me na ba kapezi o enya o party ni na kan asem enya o party ni na kan asem ena wa party penny ena kan we na wa kwala na be ya no nti esa kra na me kwa defend ya den kwa na me mogu because me party ni no or ya penny na man for looking up to him and na man for looking up to her no on akwatena radio so akwa sai party ni ntiti mu ba asuko no man tie me di je say me ko me na me ko kase enye nie nti party penny for any mebunu ni mtanti ai party ya dia ya ne ye pese hihye ne me party ko opposition me na me bro ona bo kenti we wanya adwuma bi okro be di dia komuso be wu oneka onu obia ni case ba me meje wam tie die afena me be wi school me so afena me bo me bra me mi je dia nyina wa MPP party but obi ka senti ene abetena fie ya ntina wo ma manfo obi ka o ma ka senti ya ntina fie 8 years na 8 years ko manya komkuto o na no 3 months 4 months ya ho pe papa ye no nya papa ketua enti e besere MPP for the bia mo na bobuafu obia boafu ya kasi ye ja obi a from grand to crank some baba bonti na nya sam ketua ebi kura bi nwa wa say kura bi a sam hye obo a ka so beka na ye nyina ye koka ho na be siesie eno ne ho se adwene oni kwanze koye ena asomasi na anye se na obenti na anye se emoye it's about time a party ni tenase na ye mu nipa ye ti asese won panin for ye ka sama ye di so NDC for timi e control mo nkofo etora men ka we omo nyina timi nya no ba ko e di si asem ba ko so oye de wo defend wo nye private jet in sense bi ba ye de we akuje to e press conference ba ko pe Ghana ni bia o she kura bi ase e ti sa ko for the jari wo wiem oti se president na tankwa
e kan ya ka se ene nsuo tokwa memo obi nsobi nom na president Akufo-Addo hu nsuo na omo ba befa you see and tonkofo trimu enene NDC samanyoko ya ba e yusu private jet okwa kan ya se omampanyin nua de enti yanka wasem enti omo mo hoka enti o de chana na and na MPP for mo jawe na mo kaka mo ho
na udwire party chairman
Sami Jamfi awuku Sami Jamfi ni team ekofa minimum asore crop puppet om kokofa ye ene koko si nsuo eko preach Ghana fo nyina se MPP abe say nsuo forgetting say NDC Abajon the money mama ne first oka say chebi na galamsey headquarters it na galamsey na jehini anta no mu fi aban mu ena okoka asasem wona eto Ghana fo nyina trimu ene galamsey nsuo no kokko gina ho no kokko kan ye say aye kokko na ene nsuo na we amanfo tu a tonkofo fi ene galamsey ne tu di fo kofi fi adam bi fi ye tu ene foti wo kwa bi etimi kasa nobody is questioning NDC government and I said NDC for no one special anubia womo dey attack MPP aban whenever in the opposition MPP abemu MPP babemu I said mo krokro mo so I said mo board ketebi ma mo south dey mo ntimi encourage ro mo
me am constituency am to aba atwamponia NDC chairman etimi adigalam say wo ekwan a de free Kumasi ko ba bie ni no wadigalam say okwan wa na kote so fini na anu ya NDC for ngo for ibi ko try by social media because na yiri pedisi and also the by agenda ti anu say be for DC ni man yiri no kama okotwa ba no obia ye din obi anka wasem NDC chairman no wadiama Oman NDC for yi aso afa sa video no e dey against ne ko catch president mama say asuma si na ya chairman yeti man yiri sa DC eti for before from and so people for videos we nyina o koma no atu Omakoma not to the original one in data or they quite deep the original one any data and some way now and now also at here Chamauntu as a galam say as it says else will be camera as in the show edging a site here to Mamma say parliamentary candidates nibi among for our
this is who did if you still with your crown still with your hair crown DC appointee of this government to galam say what chasing nkofo site nkofo nsa se mo register cry mom to me krata what chase mutu and obi antimi still ready here
na say is obi am find this is etie party ni bi ada dwene say me sori nko radio nko ka say ana me nko chiro to social media say NDC for say ana say there eno nya problem the problem ana say me nipa na party chairman na nipa be party chairman na party opposition say bi papa ko forecast bi or say it's better to be a liberal in the ruling party than to be a general secretary in opposition. And to the candidate, a party chairman, they opposition.
So far, so my minko Facebook na fe yankinka message kakaya ba. Nyama SCA ewo aban mu. NDC aban mu. John Dramani Mahama. Ne bosumi numu nyama hudra akoso esiwa aban mu. Yaba be kaka hu bi. Na question me pese ye ka wa obisa hu nyina say so ade we dey see no say si wo MPP abreso a na yesi we NDC abreso a say de hu hwe kasa bia nkoso MPP for come no tum say si ye e wo MPP abreso anka say na nka NDC for na de atoto niam bia esi ye niam bia mo kan ya na no kware bia nim ne so mo kyekere ye kontompo kyekere ama no be no kware Ghana for ni so a omo ne fa so tu abati a MPP aban no e ba so na so aka wadwen ne mema kwantempa na wo so atime de wadwen cha piaga message ni bo amitimi kan say there are a lot of happening there this Mahama government with no vision harassment nkoa obisa amasem piaga me da say enani me san so na nana ochre so de aba na na so anyumre me ma so good evening papa anyumre was say okay quick one mamenko amisa Bismarck say otie yen o share life e dey free Canada ya chia papa anyumre o say boiling point is that number 1 political brigade as papa anyumre Dominic Cranche say we need can okay ya da say oh Samsona ni abose say good evening watching you live from East Legon ya da won so say immoral fata won so da was pass anyumre o hwe Samsona awula na amoko MPP for life on so yada papa anope quick one Franco Trading Enterprise say bomodia na one no entoke central basako mu na emfaso bia ewo Franco ho ne say eniama bia wo ton bia wona so e bia wayi 40% e de afri so Tiadno so kwa kotono 100 cedis a no woton 60 cedis na dia ma we 40 Ghana cedis etimi dia fi sa pepepe na etie say open mobile phones ahodro bi say Nokia Samsung iPhone na say one kasa no mobile phone wani eje ho brand no okwa won sabeka bi wo TV nso ready from 32 kosi 100 inches air conditions ebi e wo hon chest freezers ebi e wo hon washing machine microwave na fi blenders ni nyina nso na ebi wo CCTV cameras ni nyina no ebi wo ho ko na frɛ no obenya bi ato numbers no ɛyɛ 0246422338 and afi 0555939311 and afi 0302225651 still na no phones are papa fi headquarters any Franco Trading Enterprise Kontonche Links Limited 20 herbal capsules womo ene dia ba adwama so emema duro emema na no esisi emema papa mema sem no entimi enyina so ye be ma wonim se yade ahodro bi enam yade ahodro etetewa pacho bomoden ase wonsa ebeka eye tonchi herbal capsules ni bi wonsa ka bi ebetimi aboa papa ema watimi agina wona so na dwumadie bi ase wudi bia na mema asem tim fa ntuma pefra no watimi adi ni sa kama pa from 0553 511159 0553 511159 so wonsa ebetimi akam awku
yeah
yanko
enti afuto no there ye ama I am party for and we are hoping say this time no beti because near kano it is not as if we are exaggerating niema erekoso our social media. In fact, sometimes you even tune into certain radio stations, you see MPP folk communicators are what Warren Lambasti IM party paying for and you're proper sabi you redu himo ira darochamo buziamo prayer omo ma party no strong in the era of even a military dispensation. Sesa no woye na anka mini say anka yebetumi enya MPP na na ye na aba say ye MPP for. Enti ye besere MPP for no say let us cease fire. Our focus should be the NDC. One na say ye the Ghana to me ya den ama won. Ye the taxes na e dey ama you John Dramani Mahama na NDC aban. Ese say ye hwe na ye ka ye ho bom. Na ye put omo on their feet. Because you see, now in this country, there's no neutral again. You know neutral bia. Andrea, I was reading the dailies, and we are told to say, Yera John Mahama Akushia CSOs, civil society organizations. There's going to be a board within
the civil society organization.
On va boy John Dramani Mahama. No be boom mine. Na anka minimum no anka CSO for the moment baby na mo monitor aban no na baby a aban no nkoyi no ma draw the attention of the government and the good people of Ghana. Na then they say akokoba say yin Roger Mahama abomodin arogu into the system ever am appointment from board there. Now what to mean by then conscience pan original so and they criticize it you Roger Mahama. We are not saying say sebi uriji CSOs adwenchera the money. There be the money. Now mum say you formalize CSO as an integral part of John Mahama abiding there. That is a duma. Ye dey say CSOs nsa say omo ye the watchdog of abiding. That is we are losing that the concept of CSOs. Enti baby you know MPP we need to put our destiny into our own hands. And then media almost everywhere you Roger Mahama a compromise one eja Omanfm amode eni say you to me first count on and am jam na answer more bomb home they protect the purse of this country. And she say yeah MPP for no say yan transi na yan kan ho ambom na yan man adwene and na de ba akoso say the NDC is our common enemy. Na say make ka ye ho atwetwe ye ho agu ye ho anim ase dia and look we will be here maybe it's kind o say you right akompre ko ono onye bi dia bi Dr. Baumia maybe yankobo ni na kwa kodu onye bi dia bi mo you right brana champion and o konkoko a or this is sports stadium na ngada this cow enye the best cow davi enti ono no o oh here no one children is out. Seven year could be a general secretary. So at least if to be a or demo day. Oh, who full soldier no? Who MPP full soldier patriots now? Seven are being even scholarship crowd because Kusiani okay that's a for yeah they now. Never does it here. Sikani went to me and to us. Anka being to us. Anka Jimmy say Anka bet me a scholarship. Now they are what is the answer. Enti yes some more money now. Now we say baby I do know. If you answer na edu yen mo nso mrante ne maba na edu yen so. Na say ye mu ye ma ho kwan. Na say mpanyimfo no kwhye yachi. Na wo ye yodum. Na akotena Facebook. E church on me hunu adefa opanyin bi ho a. E wa wasem. Issues happen after 2024 do we need it? We don't need those things again. And we hear you. Ni obi ko kind. And some obi ko kind. Ni obi ko ye. And then we got to Facebook. And I will chronicle. And I will throw. And I what did you pay for? Fell. Why do you know? And I say, "Only K. Now my opinion why he. Now want to Obama. Now want to Obama. What to Obama? How can get now? Obedi flag bearer now. You expect that leader to come and join hands to come and campaign or support in the campaign. Until you say, I'm ranting in my man on bears judgment. Me say, you cannot use me. You cannot use me for some of this donkey job. Baby, I don't know. 7 years near we had to say we. You know, and to my opinion, because now got Facebook, I got church on them and only for so. And look, the internet do not forget. See, as I said, internet we need review. I just swear 10 years, 5 years later, we'll play back. And then I'll throw and it be an now repair opportunity to be the baby. A horn over tree data no na fact na bro na what's one if it now rich. So enti yo some judge in me ya akọ ka ya Euro kuja to no nemo. And then we played. We sure say we kwotena say wo mo conscience no e be bu on for but on to me nya wo hwe. Enti mrante no yesremo. Mo ma money now. Now coming back to the issue.
Mami can quick message we na yenko wafa okuku se kwa nyume me good evening papa me da say I say assembly nyana maybe waka no na MPP supporters ni bi kwa so mo se hu no nsuo ni ne wo mo ye no no eye no nwanwa kwan a party ni mpanyimfo betimi afa so na wo mo asisa eniama na anokwan na o say so wunya akwanya pa na obviously platform ni bi so a so called WhatsApp platforms ni bi so a o say obesu ma party fi say the supporters ni bi ye wo mo su ni wo mo ban our more danedy our platform that does more boy I will host him over that's papa penny and I think say they say I can't say the tier na say we mo jam na hu a won't maintain say we say if you see hono de buy say ochiachi nyina o say the air no eye ebebo my partner to imagine na so say me fan chaka say ma oku Asian, South communication officer.
Yeah, it's a program. You Rajo Mahama, I'm 5 months, and name a cost. Name a cost, baby. Sometimes, maybe some who say so. Ghana, you run now down Kufa, Ijawachi, and the Majo Mahama, and Indiana. A Kufa Ghana, pa, or the Jawachi, and my Rajo Mahama, and only every. Seven Eritrea na mobile. Na me I'll start with you Okuja to Ablakwa. I'll start with Okuja to Ablakwa. Onipa awo no wako kekansam ashe Ghana football say uba bem na say opanyin bia o abem ekodusu presidential jet, rented presidential jet or rented jet. As soon as it happens, you are going to resign. As if he knew he would become a minister. There's no position. I shout to order down. He had this position. No man should shout to order down. No wonder. In some man who can because John Mahama has promised them say, I am going to appoint you to this very position. Now, catch a gun and say, open India or Benny Muno. Echo Bonusu, Echo rented jetta. We better resign. Because now what can say be this whole Omanpanyin eguare wo hwim concept Okujato na de buy
enti na obae omunkofa private jet
omunkofa
say omanpanyin ni ade say on ade say resign
private jet because the point is that private jet no say omanpanyin ni ade o den o nti wo dey say ye record yan tofu agum ye betofu agum there are extra costs I just say on my no
ye the man no contract am na ya manatika
exactly enti ahokra body ye ma ho asem ye ma ahokra asem ye enti nia ye kan say wo Okujato wotumi gina Ghana fo anim ehye sa aboyi ekasa wo kokoso as if say 77 wo Okujato no you have control I can trust and Ghana fo JD because what share sa propaganda now look it really had an effect on the government and yeah effect someone what kind about presidential nanka on mine yet Ghana ha nanka bonebe is it the first time Omanpanyin bi akọ renti yunhweana because edu baby as I say won so hwe the safety of Omanpanyin no se bibinti yen presidential jet no eni ahoden a yebetumi dey tukwan a Okujato say because of political expediency no as I say Omanpanyin kotena jet ni wo be Omanpanyin a na say wo fa ho dede wato ni nyina dey ama NDC fo wato ni nyina dey ama Ghana fo enti Omanpanyin na ono no eribu oman no ene ni advisor ni security couples at the man at any point in time no ene inform the kind of decisions he will have to take na Omanpanyin akofa jetta it became a serious issue. It became a very serious issue. Say, so okofa say second class, say economy, business class. Can you imagine? Say, among mpanyinfo ahia e wo seminar kese na obiara de ne jet ababesiwo na wo panyin wo president de na wakọ any business class. You see, eba ne sa enu onyama oman no wo no krampo na eden. Eba fam, etel so ba fam. Okujato say omo de doli okwen bi aso no. As Omanpanyin ekofa economy and as a business class if the presidential jet is not in good shape. Okay, can answer me na poto ema eto Ghana for asu. Ehye bo say uba bem na so opanyin bia ekofa any rented jet any tukaya ube resign. Ene wanye lucky. Nipa office ade na so e ono ya ne maame. You know Okujato was attached to Nana when he was the running mate.
Yes.
He was attached to him. And to one lucky. Not any minister, not even the president himself. On na on 24/7. In fact, he was more or less his political aide because Mami Jane by no, he was not that experienced in terms of young policy. So he was attached to Okujato. On no baby. Enti enema Okujato rike nyina no na maame no yawe. No Yahweh. And in fact, I would say that he had the backing of the running mate at that time. And then Mamena Kokofa rented jets about BC Ghana. And they had to cry about ABC Ghana. The Babum Sabili, you know, Okujato, Sabe, Anka, our conscience. Nothing new we are there. And come did say, Anka Sambi or the nearest destination letter about 200 cry.
Someone by man pressure, someone
I got to order the other or the news letter about the other cry. Ejo, a memo no at war, need foreign affairs ministry anymore. Ejo, because look, yen Ghana, and now yen numerous nation. When you see you, Bruni Kruma, Uncle called it out. Uncle called it out. Now, a year and Anka Yawa or Mampania, or also what's your memoir? And come to this and go back through Kujetu. Oba friend, I can say, where do I now question? You have been caught in your own trap. So resign. Either you resign or I fire you. But we don't have that language. So Kasano, nim our name. And until I know Okujato, and that's what say, ha, already the minister. Na, near a time, they will full ground and say, Onunu Okujato, after embarrassing himself, had the gas to release a statement. I said, he has shut down a whole embassy. And many answer so once you are diplomacy kakra, no once you are international relations kakra, you will know the essence of an embassy.
Yes.
Very, very important.
And now when you have Washington DC.
What's the matum? A very powerful state in the world. Now who say?
The one say a strategy. Workers no one more per confa so lay or awful.
You see,
and the oyasa no nya kwandi na edit for na kwakoku.
It's true, but you don't embarrass the whole country like this.
Okay, okuja to abroka Australia.
Visa issues.
Okay, and some okuja to ha ni ka okroma.
Eti, it looks like the guy is still living in the dreams of an
opposition. Because nobody is putting pressure on him. No, the kind of politics practice okroma no. Eye efidie chi abo ani sunku echi opposition ni sunku me ba power nso mi sunku sa politics na esi NDC for practice okromu a en sama wo mo kan ye in opposition asem we pa anyame nso no kre obi a wo tie boiling point bi ase MPP ena wa ban mu na de ACC na nsan ye yi container kokkoche ye ayese eye gold sika wo mu ekoye wi si fake yakoche kan say koke yache Cape Coast yache takrade yache buankra yeko ho hwe yeko ya say hey MPP ni ebokom na say ni snipe no omajai sankasa nsem wo nyina kroso
my brother
MPP na wa ban mu a anka bo wudi anka be so okromu a
it looks like you are relaxed dodo you are relaxed because asem we kroso NDC birima MPP abema say a whole minister can say we shut down an embassy. Now, within a week, Oman Ghana that's what he has. Oman. Now, who shut down embassy saying? Look, that guy is not fit to be a minister of foreign affairs. That guy is not fit. The propaganda is too much. How do you appoint such a propagandist as a minister who is fronting our foreign diplomacy? Our foreign diplomacy. He is the one fronting such a very, very important aspect of our governance. Mr. Pera, look at the kind of foreign ministers here in Oman. Let me mention people like Oman. Let me mention people like Yura and Nana Kufada. You remember NDC Popeye? He was even appointed as a running mate to the Atamils. Mohammed something.
Okay.
If you look at them, you look at the Hanatete.
Okay.
Hanatete. Look at Akwasi Jenom. Look at Yura Hakman Uzajaman. And when we say these are foreign affairs ministers, look, when you see them, you see some kind of integrity. You say, we in Kofwa, they have gone through the mill. You go and appoint this propagandist who doesn't have any experience. The only experience he has is just the fact that only opportunity to call your MP. And now any experience. In fact, who share Yero Hackman, ni profile, and the work he has done with the United Nations.
Now bet me ask for Hackman profile. So what
you understand? Look at Hanatete. Look at Yero Ayokobochi. When you morning nipa ubo wendi now because when your foreign affairs minister and when you don't send a propagandist like Okujato say Onono the foreign affairs minister of Ghana. Look at all the big countries in the world. That is a Upobia or frontal Ghana. Or the intermediary between the states and other countries. That is a real Okujato. Look, maybe I think say Emredu. There were certain sensitive positions in this country. The constitution must be clear on the criteria for appointment of those people. Your Attorney General, it is explicitly stated in the constitution. We need a lawyer. Achieve the criteria. We cannot be appointing people just because we need to fill a gap. Just because opportunity are better, we need to fill the gap and appoint people, and then we appoint anybody like Okujato to be our foreign affairs minister. Why are we doing this to ourselves? And the constitution, Mijedi said, as part of the reforms, we some of these key sensitive areas. Now, they be appoint you be at least there must be some kind of experience. There must be some kind of qualification. Because you don't appoint Okujato, who will be dealing with Donald Trump, who will be dealing with the powerful states or powerful countries in the world. Now, Onono Akotro said, was shutting down embassy. And you know the most annoying and disappointing aspect of it. This statement on the Bible, also with the support of the president. With the support of the president. That is Adena Okujato. Onya Oman paying John Dramani Mahama. No support. onya ne approval. And you see, Yakasi John Mahama, he's not ready to be president. And I say, Omanfm Kwana Beto no Kwema. The guy is not fit to be president. At all. Look at some of the decisions that he has been taking. In the past. This is resetting now. But 5 months, 6 months, it has clearly shown say NDC Joma money anymore. Bibian society. Now let me take you to the containers.
Okay.
Yet Ghana ha. Yan can be shame. And you ragina po. Ebe catch easy. Containers are yakra easy for Accra. Water barber chichi lights at Yama. Containers in the name of Umu transformers, cables, and the name of and our branch is catching easy. About 2,000 plus of such containers. 3,000. Ayra. It's a mirror, and you'll be never can you. Anything now you say I won't say now containers today. Containers, then containers.
And your Manchester Daka.
And your Manchester Daka. Now if you are town, I actually go to Kumaja, get to boys. You know, what time does it go to? A home minister came to tell us, say 3,000 containers. Ayra. And we were like, hey, now on my bay and the containers, to me, to say, Manchester Daka. It's a very Nina was a calculated attempt to create an impression in the minds of Ghanaians. And people for your profit. What are confirmed containers are handing over notes. What the two extra and say 3,000 containers.
Because beginning, now or send it signal say
yes.
Party Timor, Jempi for Timor Jane.
Yes.
And you may be good to me a Ghana for no man Caniano. What didn't you go my say?
That was the first
impression of Katie, you know.
That's what's happened.
All parliament could justify. Then later we were told, say, if they containers, now in the social media, Yakubu Waha, Yakubu India Fubi, what should be, a scratch. No, just say, in some year we die, is a mirror. And we kept on telling Ghanaians, say, containers into me, Yasa. 3,000 containers into me, Yasa. Our container bill fee port. Our security people like all port was it. One who said what the container to port war. When a container no say, and you will get to be able to question what's as baby. And our kitchen baby no kataso. It is a container every port war. A only baby nama a sanction and one year port war. Everything they are baby. I could do.
And it's a graphic publication on your front page. I see 2,637 ECG containers retrieved. I see the Ministry of Energy has retrieved 2,637 containers belonging to the Electricity Company of Ghana ECG, twice the number of containers presumed to have gone missing. And a graphic.
You miss our almost review. Containers in our port war. So, two things. Either to just embarrass MPP and now say somebody wanted to, take our minds off the container. Then later, no, of course,
okay.
That could be the possibility. That could be the only possibility. Say they wanted to tell us the container no. Meanwhile, they own office will be a container. Any money, man. Because I then a container to me that to me to say anoma. To say give me foul, I confirm. It is only under you and John Dramani. And a container to container and tabai. It and I get Ghana. And I said you everybody is quiet, nobody is talking. And some afraid this fool Emranti Aba not working stories and it's a and obedient to me question one. It's a mirror. These are key governance issues. I did say within the last 6 months, 5 months, you are John Dramani Mahama Bay. I happen now. As I see a Chinyadrin Ecos. And then what the cat is easy. There will be a cut off points for free senior high school education. You see, these people, they are complete failures. Me, I've always been saying, almost scammers. They have scammed all of us. A scam, complete scam, 419. And example, yet you 419 Look, I was thinking, Anka, NDC buy. Nanka, yeah, manu, what the one call Kempiski. No one could do all. Nanka, I'm ratio quite say, Anka Meko class, and then na Makua Metiso as a teacher. So one was asking each other, Nanka Metiso.
Cut off pointer. No,
cut off points. Cut off point. Almost the
studio Baba to one more. Say one to me and cross out to me. But here, press conference, of course, cut off point. Setting on tears, you said, you was not here.
Shaping the nation. Oman. Oman.
Abusianti cut off point na akwakoye ayi wo no nsi cut off point no cut off point no yanti ase
we no mu na manage
afena obi ka gu na sum yes yes
ugo free SHS Mary responding to
we no mu
na unim common simple English
we no mu na
cut off point
free SHS
cut off point no bisa say tech forge 3000
he doesn't even know she doesn't even know what cut off point is, and he is in charge of free SHS Ekufado free SHS do you know John Dramani Mahama bai no mami ya no kata na onim cut off point no he has been told that there will be cut off point she doesn't onim here ka cut off point what it means. And to research journalists, are you saying say cut off point here? If you are presenting numbers, no more cutting and say he doesn't.
In the nation.
No, he said son never banning because San Coffee, they never believed in free SHS. They never gave free SHS a chance. In some of what camp at the free SHS. Maybe there is a barra. I am not going to take anything beyond na ye wa hano Ekufado na ye na wosi enye papa no. I will not take anything beyond that. They must give us something beyond Ekufado at the maye as free as it is. I will not take anything below it. Yes, that is the statement. I will not take anything below Ekufado free SHS no. Because ye na you Ekufado free SHS no nya na ewu. Enti next ma be take over. Na mu se mu be beta no. Mu be beta Ekufado free SHS no dia. Ene de mami ya makofa na ba cut off point kra onimi onti asi. Enti wo dey say ye ba benya value bi ni. Isabella
and my mami send signal we mfama obi a otie me bia. My discussion me no, I'm not attacking the New Patriotic Party. Yeah, attacking the New Patriotic Party. Enema ye kaka party enema esese party eye na party na etimi edina ni sidi aban ne ye no so ne party ni jai se wono akeka ne mpanyimfo obehu asu konoma no social media no akofo panyim ato no wo sopa no saniama no emwa ma MPP amanyoko no nhyehyɛ ne ho na watime meet NDC 2028 because the MPP at the NDC for start here me say ma men kan okrancho agenda ba ko a party we NDC aban e set it MPP ni say obe frustrate party no obe frustrate mo and no den sabe kan we addition sakan obe tata mo sa because me one party na nkasa no enye united ti some na say party no ekeka na nsa yo frafro ne ma party no so na ne mmarum nyina kabom na mta da bi efie ba akoma je nyina ye fantoma ba akon kata ye ho na fe yemma ba bi esi edi ne kire no ye de ani a kire na ma partner me successful sa anya sa de a na we di kabo we ya kawe di awe a party no nani so ade nya de a mo betimi party no ntimi achieve be bia me and somehow dress is you are by my come on to young boy and kaka on kakra.
Mammy, I will penny the yes, and Bennett or Kitty beer. Yes, the chess coordinator.
Oh, why?
Oh, you are. I see. And some day, baby, said them Papa the cow boss. About way by a casa containers, fake dollars be. And then some, and in our trade, we got here with a motor.
And one says, Honey, money in an and they know. Chief Justice, you know, they must have some more, you know. How no more interest war. And this America, an interest war. Say, I did be a MPP, and they buy and send or the honor interest war. Now I could check fair good, you say a large be a large no cry, and why so you who are large naturally can be, you saw young people in there, be uncomfortable.
Say once in me.
Missing it.
Among 4 kind of bombs or bombs and even one of the containers in the room. Yet, yeah, they didn't carry issue. And a minister for energy. About just a container, Sahira. Emma, the Democrat, the Yami Yaw Sassam, the Ukraine say. On number for your American Becca say, Sa containers here. Mumma for party, Simon Twinching. Near I am one minister. Near your containers, never be a free, baby, at work on Rubian. Young boy, oh, now you see the watcher. Containers now, you don't need movie. You bet you walk to, and you bay say, no, me, I'm so good for penny master. And I'm coming to the Papa Mel, then go feel depending on the sense of the name they so can you manage. Namia Dum on that March, was so much here, Tremia. I know, joining a prayer control Facebook. One of them say the internet never forgets. March 26 March 2025. And on one control say over 1,300 ECG containers with cables and equipment missing at Ghana Port and Harbour. And will be a cause, na container the Yanta Byway. The Bani say, and a container Siraye, port pass, a ocean corner securities a war. Sabaya crowd you near my debate, and be such a bubble near the port. Near the Ghana port or a crabby beer free, and crutchy and west show, we are seeing nothing ever free man. Containers a timid wire. Yakan in Neka, one former ECG managing director, Mama, Obeka said, no credit. ECG containers behind you. Also, become 30 people. Also, become say, and no credit say ECG containers behind you. Containers now minister come. Our port work. Yet one year, so Indian company be not just get back what you want. Containers Libya. Yanam crabby by media no self, Kumasi Kote, a beer bedroom, a BCBA code voter region. Now, that's already minister say. Containers na ira any Namako, Namiko, ya double. Now, as someone a bar man for between my account was an Oman say. A bit me before frog, and no macradiaba, and no more catching and say, ECG containers, 1%. Ghana for being what the crowd was up containers and on the ECG atoso. And now say, Energy Minister will unfortunately because of buying. Yet you never will say, I yet or trade or sue or complain.
And 5 hours, sir.
2.6 no, 2.6. There be a different stories. Ebi so I don't know what I just say media na headline on your headlines. The case of a guy that 5 hours of food. Can no back catch so oh nyamina man can say
media na target
no and to bia the ekoi obet man catch say media no na this for no man say e dey people for come asem ento man die ma na mami for wura eye honorable Sam George the way abrantie we so see mami asere wususo anope wi anwum na nadwo o magana fo nyina tia se ba no communication so wusu ne akofo do de o mu ni hwe wo ho e na ja na mi adom by president mama ba no say o si kasa opposition here and the communication here the mami pagyan so aw na ko ye nie ma na no obi ensi e to data when the some ya more no online ti de mu data bo yetimi to data e na Sam George ne sika to bi e de ba social media ba ye dede MNDC for supporting no and ever yetimi to data ye ko ka ho asem a na abrantie bi e Twitter influencer na betwe say don e fi omo kasa do MPP for them ko na ka say data boy ni na Sam George have reply to that post minister mo social media influencer trust say men fi Ghana for akoto abama mo ama president mama dey e wo ministry asha won say manager say na ye data near my communication near my ya ka kira say minister aba ye hu near ma so near my basa
what your position to data 50 square no na wo so the boy dey now company
good atem and obedi watem this year obe try to am so otemrofo ye dey o ka kira say ko fi SHS am yan comment on the posters tie dey yan comment dey ehwe say every before nyina so ko fi SHS ti no obi are not to money obe ka kira obe reply to Twitter influencer ba ko pe onu so ni bo to ba ko pe o say dey me ne dey 11 I said wada kura Minister of Communication
so wada
jatana da me no ka say jatana no obubo 8 good years no wada na say Minister for Communication be ka chosa mada e dey na arehemu be na wa say adwuma na edition so bet mine and then obi na say oh nya okọ program was I've been trending within the week trending now trending and they said musu obi biggest akoka was it was a reputation say we use lessons it obi na gift alert so obi na gift to lessons no it was one lawyer for about chiro say one patch wa na one chance no kan na san ya the ekum because also no chiro say alternation hard earned reputation and one of these am say MPP for team rafi sa brantie we sorry tia president na dago akufo no echo from radio station to radio station TV station eka say akufo dey incompetent camera phobia the rafi say na akufo no na reputation akufo do nibi and then say ye ka party say obi be ka say wo sorry tia party this ansem we bi ne ye kan wan no we obi an kan wan say no say nyame ama je ama betre na me kan wan say ma on kan wan say no akufo ne phone na o party ake party chairman and then yan nti ye kan ye ko be kan say wo attack party na ebi no and some way nyina hyehyɛ adakam o meka ho asɛm na ye ba ye baba mo niema and this for na fear say just ma me na say no ka na o say onim cut off point ye di ka catch the Ghana for say president amanyo obi e betimi the education ahye ne say okure Ghana education be ye kama be ya kono nyina ye MPP aman and this for nche ya de policy ba kom de aba education sector etimi abo education wo Ghana say omo ni bi and so omo tran drop na dad to Ghana for trip na yo mo de ni era go for and the FQB be ko be nyina and then like tikiti nyina ko primary school feeding and on buy your maternity appointment na 3 months adwuma mo ye ko mo ntua besi na omo complain school feeding for omo no aduane na anu ya pele mama ba ye pam omo omo tika wo so tua mo ntua besi na me na wo ka se ntua school feeding one de ba nya MPP aba na school feeding ba and wo be pam omo ba fear SHS wa appointed coordinator dia wo say yes come 419 and now appointed coordinator mo ka bro fe en fa pe mu chere no be so bro fu de ise mi say fear SHS na na me won e chiro mi kan o to man e cut off point oni and now we say cut off point just a single cut off o go university kura mi say man me go university me attacking the personality but some of kind when you say o go university kura bet ma ka say o be so already medicine and cut off point here 6 when you grade 6 70 it is one more cut off point ma me so want tias here and I did fear such as fashion
you see on even the appointment of this woman obekaya ebra ye ba ya na ye appointed coordinators at the various zones the NDC made a strong issue out of it identity and na ye appointed coordinators for free SHS program when we can easily put them under GES Ghana Education Service and here the same NDC omaba no more the appointment you put omo appoint omo quality no omo qualification no they are appointing substandard coordinators who don't even understand what cut-off point is.
Your body, I go anywhere.
Can you imagine?
Your body, I go anywhere.
Appointment well, and yet you require her. And the chance there be free one of us from a single appointment. No, me and well, yet to be a free SHS here. Appointment, to me, different. Who would you offer down? The piano for Froma, the piano among us, once. And you know, often say, oh, when I could get to the Casa position. And to the end of the man, I was so gonna phone you, I was so indisciplined. Nanko Bia, the track record is on our printing press. Let me a foreign minister. Obia, the track record is owned by MP. No, a printing press. I am a printing press or the ato dying. I was a so be any problem. And now a foreign minister. Printing press. I think and I said, I'm telling politics, they send a review. So I come on, foreign policy. And to be it is a printing press me. At me by MP and all effort. Me said any man dear be or opposition and they are the son and my brother mamma to be foreign ministry in Hassan and then minority the press conference on the buy. Most of what close the whole embassy down. Abra parliament in your way. Yet on my parliament in your way.
Now we say to me show on side to Sanamoe. Now we say you see yes and question maybe someone says I do we a CO MPP address one get dear Ben and Kenny and what is preventing the new patriot party before say want to make voice as Magana for
interested in the candidate by chairman and until on can once and no Nankania in summer ya Brucey. Who feels on your way? I'm not for your way, but also on can because the candidate and by your chairman on can end this assembly. Now candidate by chairman and this is supposed to be so in that year. Chairman will be so on Gaza. If you are so by and I do brave, that's why. If you are in no more, you are the way not to say, oh, Casabe, but Obacasa baby, a prohibiting judge with a child must have grown common and you won't got on the day. Over the summer, I'm going to pass the go with you. So
Hey, I'm going to make for about 3 minutes to 10. Because I said, I'm on time and termina the aqua could draw no. Me margin, dear, mentia said, gentia, me who MP per man you could now can. Oma ho keka a omode be responded to eniama ekoso ewo aban mu ndisi amanyuko ya aban ya ohu kotukwa no fa kranhim minhu aho keka if say empapamu na doson kwakunku adwanko na doson e de na sese party ni yesisi na made ekoso aban mu a enye no omotimi akama Ghana for dodo na ate. Hello, good evening.
Osas in the account.
Account so senior.
If you want to say
neighbors yanko
I can't make answer station radio station which maybe for me your band your tongue the chairman here. And I say from Bolivia and to Omanfm. How could see the same thing? Just could be material. Na you know must me I could put session of chef kakra me can say minimum. Central for Omanfm ko to me. Who's on the top of my sugar pa? C'est plenty of plateau for moi, the Central for no a Ghana for. And I want more of the neighbors. Kakabia, Yano, not Patrame, after so. But South Argentina all over the country, Midiano, we didn't wear 6 months of Bukicha and Piki. Yes, Shania May. Captain will come to meaning I compare with the same thing just in Colombia was really enough for a faction. And it's really to talk. And what's up when someone can say, I'm going to see the for MPP, my Bruce is the for. Now, you don't want to push it. The American say, Garcia, or the top position. Yes, but also come so my way. You know what you that is in the way at home. You can't afford a connection somewhere. You know the thing and
that was that's what Papa. Hello, good evening. Oh, too bad one so intimate. So number is 0245 638 748 0245 638748 and afi 0508 346 915 na yeni enkomo 0508 346 915. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, I see you about your baby accept.
Honorable Atempaula.
Honorable Gadoni.
Onwa.
Yankwe.
Jana foni na maubona jumapa.
That's it.
Mamenkia me mame aja pati aligi. Na menkia na kati. Abuna tabafu from se ombegi MP. Wow, honorable. Atema yeka. Anukura wo honu ma yeka yenta. Officer ankanya your party thing for and amono tebo di aglo ya petemun kumya ya fra monfa ya u information be ma penyu dia won tie o ko bo bitu no won bie officer wu die uni binunti aya tikanti na uba waya huya ahuma sota miki anka etinu di anka ne breaking no nanka ye
and gado the make the make na se ti adia se mani na anya si kodada se si abia party jan se si e na se party ni ye se party ba bia ye eno ye di hu nkomo
dia na se dia party no ye ne se party no se dia party no hia nka bom party no hia pacho come for no because me panuma adi party no kire nyanne until Oman di hu paso na ni baka kandi na omuja munyanya na mungu didia eke party for no chow come for no na yema yenyina kabom
okay
esa no na ya be candidate for no so mo mo do so aye to be say obi a be for to ayi nu bia yenyina be come and tie neki
mate me da say
me wale se me tell yes
Mate, me that's papa and one of me. Hello, good evening. Oh, too bad. Oh, no, so and to me, and you know, so number no be young Konego Coding come 0245 638 Hello, good evening. Pacha, my radio no go for a camera, my son, Mr. Hello, good evening. Pacha, with you, didn't be access. Pacha, young quality. You still be radio, no choke, I can't why.
Yeah, Campo. Because never can't go my yet here. We go a quiet minimum. It is said, this career can be very high in the young man. Mention say about whom you're about for. This is an ever Kennedy Akam. They were a little Japan and they have the member or after a year and the young command. Never offending a thing and saying as they are. They made me one too.
Mate, me that's papa. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Emperor.
Yes, sir. But you didn't be access.
Let us teach you some English. My name is Yaona, member of Basso. Ofi, Ufodia, back in the Juma. You see the glass too. What's your idea? I'm going to do it. I will be serious. And say, Daniel, BBC near Gazira. I'm not going to be able to do it. That was it. And continue working, I gave the baby away. And me won't go to the my boy, yeah, party in penny for Basso. Nothing grassroots. Yeah, Catach grassroots. The more dino, I can force the more dino. When you call Yak and the baby, you have a bottom bank. And not to, yeah, I did it as far as need the cheap. Yes, sir. Your chances are reducing a discouraging opinion. What I will get here, you will be candidate appointee, who got not reduce, you are taking over propagate the MPP party, but net Stradbetter now or not get it over. Sana apply to Umia and Omo Moba. Mr. Messer, your Casano, your man Susu. Propaganda and this year, our mother back power, or could you talk backward? Ekasai, send another Garo Plimwa. Nimunsu and a mouth also. As I'm George, Ekabi, Samit and Finunia Kabi, NDC, Omko ready, so the Omata in I can't say another damper Kufado. Yes, the ATC. Yea, MPP for any day and can want a move. You call ready, so any Nashi. But then our person will answer and walk one more party. Can you none speak me up first out? Ye none is in a cheap. It is being understanding. What pound of power for Australia? For say a yes, sir, we are messenger, our government, our band, and a party, our band, we change, sir. We general secretary, our position. And then the general secretary, the constituency secretary. Yes, sir. Okay. MPs need be and call Machina, a band international, and almost.
Medas, Papa, Medas. Hello, good evening. Think about your dinner, Bill.
Again, we look at the deputy of Vancouver.
Again, move family call.
Mamotima. Then sure I'm checking the general secretary and I'm for Martin, honorable, with Mahobo. Take up all the same one and support and come to my papa. The Maria of the secretary, Yamwana, Yankin, Tafina, Hadjan, Machiano, and a cooking cancer. You, I'm suggesting baby, MPP and Namuno. And said, you're quite anymore. Can never be over. I would say anything. Because you go on to the never area. And they are saying, you might get papa. And this idea of a clear in a couple of months. Now, yeah. One young group for us at the fire. And there was a 2020 to the edge of power. The better so.
Okay.
And the better to be at this.
Come on, okay. Matthias, Medas, Papa, Miss Medas. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Open the Cafe.
Yes, I'm Pache.
Where do I down? I'm more back of Macassa to move fully community. Munameno, a cassette.
Young Quay.
Open the Cafe, more cafe na Minia back at or say the media so no. Mechiana or Border Home Mavis or Border Home at the full condition control. Now, yeah, can say, in time for Madaroma, the addition control about the demon chain. What the whole about the tree and now Malokina Shakodomo. Now, you see, yes, I send you home my because I see about the course. If she was Antinano, dear Lanka, near dear, a Kosovo, or near no like dear the Kosovo. Yes, Ramon. MPP for Homo de number one hope in my Yen Pese Dia or better no Nachima CBSC. About ANC Hanum was something ready Hanaman to be a different story. If you want by the blue hormone, some more modern the blue ye Hanumwa, like the best pure information near when the Hopine. If you have some also one Hopine my
okay.
Yeah, what's some music PR money?
Okay.
Mr.
Somedas, Papa. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. You didn't make access.
Master P. Of Justice of India.
Yeah, okay, Master P.
I'm on condemnation so much. It's your attention. Remember, the son, no question, Kaufman to never went to the town. To want some cow. But when you're no chance of the revolution. Not for some contract. Not some time. That's not what it is. This is an election, we knew the talk about my your first vision and JG. When you came with, when you ended this year, they are tackle. Because we are quite rare. So, the figure two, like a vast building for targeting to English, but not some, not some, and a unica. Some can go to this. Not some, empty, and a unica. So, if you're best, you came with, now we are my young trouble, we are my own trouble. We are Santa It's a more.
Okay.
Because the kind of activity, and to make one say, what come activity, one or two, one coming up, especially a year program, and just a new. It's not the young system. 2 hours a meeting, just one custom, yeah, and grand issue. Yeah, on your attack. And yet, listen, when I not here attacking on this, then crowd, when did your power? Can you do this? Because come on. Anything you want to know, or you almost have a time of the answer. Attacking you from propaganda. They attack you. Well, you're allowed for me. One can take me, never say. You think the one can say. What have the one can say? God charges me, or So one to years, also we are not years. 1 to 2 years. You should be not years. Okay. And so for the man, or no Ghana, no man, want to take this. Now,
Mate, medasa papa, medase. Osman dia asa here in London. Osman, my message for my cancer mako why? Why? My cancer mako. Medase. Hello, good evening. Yes, sir. Jingo. Yeah, quite.
No party kama wanga sambra wewe asa pani se ena mi bra matapi kano asa pen also like 100 cities unum dey it if you 3 days no like 100 cities it's here mama percenta there were 4 Indian children lorry fresh one like I would accept example say and what that like be anything come like you know so that kind of things are buying with the innovative papa we are on your job money on the kind of phone and the kind of food papa no but we feel of course to some registration with your registration so what take for that person what am I saying don't take car the only thing is for mama so no go man and now go for be obviously if you want to if you can't mama mumbo bu ye check time media or the kotogu ba never break on for you can't forget them with them go to am say job you go pian go to ya you win giving go to o be be na show media and you want to say no be get time mum you be idea bi go public as be moyen pastor sana play the intentement e won no capacity for ya you see ka ba ta mo hen ka mum
amati ajingo
ka ba ti 2 minutes ya ka ba e ti wi ya na bi for na bi e ni obi e bi tap na ye some party the second of one before you can win to what jam do to account then
Medase. Mate, on shano se medas papa. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, achi macha manes ka kama mwa. Mejo so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, papa. We get some Canada. After profit by 2020, I'm paying the quad worker there. What pattern? No one saying Baba, in Penum good a trainer, don't know. Why end the bad on my paper, now say the one find normal one. So I don't run what to do I that man, but I was with you, Papa, say that. Come about whoever put the Kawaswa that was to Ghana Travelers Association, no way by us for President Mohammed and what I don't say. I'm making the interview. Oman Mayan came here, 2028. Thank you for when you see a so full and it's good. They don't pay your man for free. That's the American there. Honorable. And it's sure no one takes the door.
Number no am I on?
That's no buy.
Okay, me pon wa on. Manu si pen wa fe me wa na me na mara ma wa.
Oh, the one with that old car so but one be in my friend no me
okay, mama number be no afre wa today. Mama number be no afre. Me timi das papa. Hello, good evening. Okay, too bad one so entimi anyina so. Yanko, hello, good evening. Yes, I'm Bachamanes Kakama. Why? Oh, Frefi Pong. Bacha Yanko Metunka. Uh-huh. Mental question as you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, let me answer questions, Mamma. Now, what do I say? Answer questions, Mammy. Okay, my two questions. I that's what Papa. Hello, good evening. Yes, I see you. Pacho, okay. For you. Okay. Edward, Pacho, Pacho, but much already on Kakra, Mammy. Okay, Pacho, I hear quite you.
Na ngawe juma ewo Omanfm no ona no ne uwa kele Japan eye win for the say asofo expo ye kokua nan no ye juma ewo ho no according to sorry say nya e say you for ka ten bi na ni tia Dr. Bawumia na ona bo exactly ni fi ho which means say ona bo no pe asomje opekro ye ewo party ni na sisi anu the way among social media omo table papa no nyame no krani ni empata oh ene ya brandie ba ko we fi ni no emra ona bo koko bi for the say professor amiyo kuvino abrandie na kwa kotua to ni Facebook said a criminal being a criminal oh na we ba we na wo pe asomde no the media Mr. Ebeya honorable can pay Kukuana, so yeah, on Zango Fanamra, no Mra, now they won't honorable in here, originally, we say a prayer or Pengabo Emma Party, no, but even if you own my Oman, so message for penalty. And it doesn't fear, chicken fear, no Mapa, no more heavy, but the two days. And you honorable one Zango Kukuana, no Mra, with that.
Let's me that say and a part in the way any penny is here being it's a near massa and a cover be. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I see. Watch it you.
Maybe Kiki.
Kade a man from. Okay, Chibia man from Pacha and Quitty.
Three countries, almost all the Deputy Minister of Education. And then you are a popular Prime Minister. I'm not saying, mighty, or Larry Oba, I did get the pie, or no Yariana, or the private jet, MP fly you cool. Oh, Yarian, then how much? You need to do, yes, petty. Yes, petty. She said, let go fear. Yes, then say, free SHS. On for no castle. On one castle, yes, free SHS. She'll go from America. Make what make us drive a plan and come for food. She'll go for money maker.
Uncle Ponka, me down, so I say hello, good evening. Oh, too bad. On Timmy now. So, my family last two callers, nothing. Young wrap up now, young call terminal. As soon as I'm back. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, mammy.
Hello,
good evening. And that's watch it. Come in, Johnny Joe.
If I show me the way I am, young man, young February, must
Kafra, line I busy Kafra.
You patch a staff man.
Yeah,
if I show, press the phone during the SMS, I say, or 6 years, or car, 10 years, where you man, say, it's the ball, oh, more things.
Now, yeah, what you man, ye. Now, bet you are car, 10 years, what you man,
Assembly, Aramecano.
Azibi ara meye Nanka sese mebi sa se ebe ye sufe
o so ku je twa akwa ena ninua o nyina nso mini sa 3 sams ni de mini eye jeje no ha jina pono o ma se mo o ka ye no no eno ena nyakopon ama aba won sin o kan Matthew chapter 12 verse 37 na ntempelwa uwi a kan o sa se ma obeka no eno ena ye di ebejejo nti ne wakafa na nado ho ne wakafa NPP phone nyina no se kama achiro Mama say only die so only the meaning so only no kan you so which na kan you aduane a ono no odi woni to kra mpo no no nkra man mpo ye den on fa ema wo won sisi a hwetwa ma me ekika ko sese ko me woni ta ta ko ina ko e de wo education di ewo nana ko ewo we amembu bim nana amembu bi na ba oni amembu bim wo hu ne we okeka o kai si e be se den na NPP akabo mu o say enam say ya e possibly see ansa na abanase it in painful ni na won kan wo humbom wo press the yele go ni that or maybe one the one kan bom na mo so yen so ye wo down yen de ja yen de obi enim ye wo fight ni mu wo na won so ye we ne so ye dem wonya baako na won say bibi na me be ye dia na yo wo hu so mo kekan ni na ne se container me ni say akonsemu akoda mangu say akobolo bi ni
okay, Matthew, me da ask me hello, good evening. Too bad when to men now so. Bosha na share yeah. Come the last caller, nothing, no fancy. Me na ba ko pen one maybe. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Asampara.
Yes, I'm Pacho. Would you be accepted? Yankoi.
Nina awuku Michelle papa.
Ojo so.
One boy Juma. Na me sha money Juma pa mo bo. Oni Nina Asampara. Ya ne Ghana for ya ni ke NDC for for ayeta omo be omo tambe yeso what can pasa dia da kitawa the power o die ku be yentino o da so champion the impression there the one me and yeah make it a appointed down na yeah if I have pet with the containers ayira na NPP for na VIA container 40 feet I see habo in your atapan F2 F3 the habo and net then for them what would be about I see before air Ghana for Omanfm Mahama who can't try and say a ban of political ranks and then you know who are offering United who are experience and who know the human and who know who no need to all trouble Ghana a youth every memory. Oh, Ghana for
me da se Mate, me da papa busiane de besi me 1 minute na ye mai moso yako
so no nana omo mo friend akro ma akra di mo da se na de extra ni se de bia me ka se ye party eno an ye wo ye ne nkwala ya ye ba ide because ebi mu na hihye ya ne yesu ya batu ye besre yesu ye ne basa wa mo na mo fi achi ban so mbende ti e besre mpanimfo akwala wa ba ya brantie e besre se ba bia maka kodru bia 5 months ni abo position na watwi twem a na se 5 months twem ne yakombusu mi nsie mu anu dia kwa akosi bia wadi o matem ni bia WhatsApp platform chese Facebook aye mama yen focus e wo nema wose Ghana 40 ase a omunya nti ase nema bebre na etwago madawroma said munya time echo social media echo save party no munya sa time na afa mie Ghana fo ani wa nema tro ne na ada ndc aban no man fa konya yesu na menchia chema bugabuga chema drop the mic enimre mu so sa associate TV3 fo no so yepa o se me ma muntwa mo kwa yan frame ase o mo se ha ye yoko si yoko wasem na ba MPP chairman na ba nti me hwe the way see me checking the virus in the batch buga.
Okay. Mate, me that's papa oku.
Yeah. No pass any message bi a on.
I say.
O se me kan ku je tabla kwa say. Abufra unyi a won sero akotia.
Okay.
I just say unnim say wo be
tintia na be intime konkosere.
Bi o etia.
Enkosere no. Okay.
Say okuje tu akosere akotia ama disi o so akokoye oni petiti.
Ba ne de wafa ne ho adi. Se ne tietia wafa ne ho adi.
Enti afutu ni nyina na say. Ete say wo hwe nsema awoka. Go nsema awoka na o kina bi no ebetimi aba be ye Jisudia dipa nso de bede edebe toto wo anamo awuto in America dey try to say look your party yes party for mano titiru ane nante ne maba na more social media. Look, the party is not just about you. Party na ye nko ahụ ye wo nipa bebre ehihye me ayahu bebre a party da won koma so ye ba bema o me minister o me CEO o me DC ne dia ne se MPP ene ye amanyoku a ebetumi aboa na Ghana atupo eno akeke na e na howo a se MPP wa ben na orotutu niema or the free SHS reba or the health insurance reba or the school feeding program reba and now NDC for akofa school feeding coordinator free SHS coordinator only near from the cut off point a total embarrassment and the best moment so party ni me no ka say in Zambia me papa bi o mala ora John Ofosu apia aka oe oritie de dey a say unnum afiri ni ya honsore nkodai.
Oh, okay.
These are the people.
Yes.
I won't command at that MPP.
Yes.
Bibia cause we media no MPP for MPP we na regu MPP no masia. Na won so egucha.
Yes.
Mpayifo won ayo.
Me omona medwe om ho ti say me ti say abrante bi ti ba bi social media no odi party panyin bi atem. Oja ba bi na odi atem a de madwe koso aye sam panyimfo yi a omodi party na chia ma from 90s no mu ama na ya ba bedu onya ahwe ye. Pero ho na ne gidie wo say party bet me bi aboa Ghana na suko no ma bi
party no this is not what the is known for. Yes, very painful. This kind of radicalism, bua mofranfa man penyin I don't know. Associated with the NDC, MPP party, a very decent party. A munipe woman, decent people. Hardly will you see say abofrebia kokotena Facebook and social media or you did penyin bi atemanos already ya penyin. That is not how we're trained. Until you best say MPP form ranting now or social media. One kokoje contractor one day and say what is social media what are ya ompanya nweja you know Mahama and I no open oil. Now let me end many and Tempera you best say you know Mahama. The information we have gathered is say wa ko appointed Mami bi a offer no Annie Daly as board member for National Health Insurance. Now the information is that Mami no so a doctor meanwhile on kita any certificate bi a say otumi ye doctor o Ghana and abrochi man yi yesre you Ojo Mahama say on national security in your investigation na won me kire yen no kware ewu yen the fact that we have yen documents are ewo nyina about the woman no e kire say onye doctor e no nam krom ha e na obo no ho saman so a doctor and wo share appointment letter Yura Kalitos Mahama at the man now announced the constitution of the National Health Insurance Board. They recognize him as a doctor. They recognize him as a doctor. The letter is all over social media. The woman or the lady in question is not a doctor. She's a fake doctor. That is the information we have. You best say one komu no one allegation one yen shishimu na one family tuga. Say near come near no quarry and as no quarry. Say no quarry who come here and apologize. Okay. Now President Kufuor National Health Insurance are order by. We don't need fake doctors to be part of the board. Ebanasa Emma or mine yen susun ina edu. Okay. Say ne recognizing fake doctors unity in this country. Ade everybody ereko. Enti yedo bibia say odi.
Jamaica our party say we need unity. Korea. Korea need party anymore. Odi Jesus Christ crowd be DMPP anymore. Oh, we need election. So the most important thing is we put everything that has gone wrong behind us and forge ahead with unity. Korean here, so where lions, the way they behave, when they see an elephant, not elephants, no, you bear 5 bar, no matter form, I'm an elephant. But anytime an elephant to the back will be caught astray, those lions, they gather in their numbers and they are able to kill the elephant.
Jabusiana Medusia, Titambia, Obehunse, Asuna Cabo Monanteno, Jatana door said their crowd or Momba Mohon, Nemo said Bakum Manin Quanta, no Macabumbe, Numni, Sian and Crony do no matter fashion so. MP Pamayo Kumi Jinafakuma, and this seemed to me facey. Now, so son said, we can't win away to win away you winning tonight. I'm crying. I'm an NDC Amanoko, no NDC Abaya Tissue. The oppressor of the MP before your Munyan, who you on your grand start you. The partner can one more. The above person or MP Amanoko in opposition. They have not started it too. Or Munyan shas your cry. It is Mamma partying can whom Mamma partying can no cost for hours. Now I have 2020 the bear and the same Kadia Mamma and any name necessary partner come home. And I stand for MPP in Kabum. And you want to so the NSA. I was Yana Midu Semedians and Pradum doing your channel part. The best answer was your national agenda. So Akak Abba or Trust the amount. Midwest Macra. Bye bye.